Yes.
We're live. There you go. Apparently we're live. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Natasha Makes. It is Workshop Wednesday, and today's workshop, we have none other than... I'm going to have a drum roll, Lisa.
Oh.
Hello.
We've already hugged.
We have... I'm just watching your mic. That's why it looks incredibly awkward. Lisa Chandler is here. Now, Lisa.
Yes.
We have now known each other for...
We go back.
3
we go
years.
way back 3 years.
And it was...
Right?
Well, it was during lockdown.
It would have been 2020.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
And obviously then COVID happened.
Yes.
So our whole working together thing has happened entirely over WhatsApp at ridiculous o'clock in the morning.
That's probably the first time we've seen each other with full makeup on when you think about it, because usually...
You have seen more of my pyjamas than anyone else.
You've seen a lot of my kitchen.
I have seen a lot of your kitchen.
Got a new one now.
I do like your new kitchen. It's a beautiful thing. And so it was quite surreal. We went for dinner last night and it was the first time we've actually met in the flesh.
I know.
Yeah.
And it was really...
It was
interesting
surreal because it was just...
We went out for Indian and we arrived late. Not my fault.
No.
But, and you were there. And the girls were there and John was there. It was like, oh, hi. But I kept doing this. Anyway, it's good.
But we're here.
We are.
And you're here for Festival of Quilts.
Yes. Yes, we are. Hook or by crook. Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, yeah, that face is all. How stressful has it been getting stuff here?
It's been really stressful. So, and my posse knows that we sent our stock on the 8th of May.
Yeah.
And it docked at 2 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, that's possibly not going to get here.
6.5 weeks late. So our once, and there were not just one thing that happened. There were 3 or 4 things that happened to this ill-fated vessel.
In this country, we call that a bugger's muddle.
Yes.
I'm not sure I'm allowed to say that. Gemma's just had a small fit. But that's...
I can see what you're lipping.
But it's true.
But it is true.
Yeah.
Oh, there's many terms I could use now just to make her fall on the floor. But we won't do that.
We won't. That's it. That's all we're going to say.
But our wonderful logistics company just turned around and said, well, how about we help you out? And then they air freighted us in a whole stand of stock. But I'm standing here with you today. It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Thursday last week is when they came and picked it up. Like, that's how we turned it around. And they said, but you've got to have it ready in 48 hours. So what took us pretty much a month to prep, we turned around in 2 days.
Yeah.
And so I think I could throw a bolt about 3 meters in the end into a carton because we were literally just
lobbing it.
Yeah. Steve had to come down and lob and kit and But it was...
So
we do have a stand. And I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I actually think, I looked back at what we'd packed on the original one, and I think this pack was actually better.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
really?
We thought we had to ship. Can you imagine if we had shipped on the 1st of June, which is what the original ship date, I might as well just come back in a month's time and do it all again. But the UK government removed all of the import tariffs for Australian imports, and so all of a sudden everyone in Australia went, let's go, and so all of the boats, everyone was just
they were left
up. So we had to send our stock 3 weeks earlier than we had originally planned, before a soiree, not after a soiree, which is a really big thing. So that was a rush pack too. So anyway, Margaret's down there.
But the fact is,
we're here.
You are here.
Yes.
Not quite everything is here. So in terms of the fabrics and the kits that we have today. Yeah.
I wanted to steal them back, quite honestly.
Yeah, so that is the thing. We have got brand new kits for you. We've got brand new fabrics for you today. But what doesn't sell, I've kind of got to give Lisa first dibs on for festival.
My car is empty, ready to load.
Yeah, so if you want anything off today's show, it sounds sort of like it isn't a rush to buy, but it's like if you want it, then... It will come back into stock in time.
Tasha's being really good letting us have that stock, so the stand
but you
is full.
Also need to make sure that you've got enough.
And then we'll supply you what.
But you guys get first dibs, and certainly for anybody that's not going to festival, because this is the other thing. I know that lots of people feel, You know, they miss out on stuff if they can't make it to festival. So what we've got for you today, you've got first dibs on Lisa's brand new fabrics. They are here, they're in the studios, they are ready to ship. We actually have them here, not in a dock that docked at 2 o'clock this morning.
No.
Just saying. So what we're going to do this morning, I'm going to whiz through the half metre heavens that we've got for you. And then Lisa's been squirreling in the warehouse.
I've had a lot of fun.
And I've kind of been banished, which is weird. And she's been shenanigating with Gemma, which is quite scary.
It was really lovely because I could just walk in and go, okay, no offence, the comparison I've got instead of Emma, I've got Gemma.
Yeah.
And instead of Steve, I've got Jane, and I could just go, okay.
This is what needs to happen.
And so I just went through and picked the fabrics and matched them up, and it was good fun.
So what we're going to do is we're going to say hello to everybody.
Natasha's had no staff this morning.
No.
Is what we're saying.
Yes.
No,
No
I've just been I've been doing a little bit of hand stitching.
Are we doing half metre heaven stuff?
We are going to, but
Goody.
we're going to say hello to everyone first because otherwise it's rude. But if you wanna, if you wanna, you can
No,
grab them.
because I love it when you do this. Are these all the ones for today down here? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why can I not see? Here we go. Liz is watching, Claire's watching, Felicity's here. She says, hi, Lisa.
It's in Tasmania.
You're from Tassie, yeah. Kate's here, so excited, coffee made and sitting down to watch with great anticipation. Thank you for making this happen. I mean,
Sorry,
We're just
that's
here.
Christine. She's lovely. Sylvia's in Yamurka, Northern Victoria Country.
and she says hello to Margaret.
Who's not here, Sylvia?
She's setting up the stand.
Do you know
More on that
Sylvia?
later.
Sylvia, yo-yo queen. Just saying that. Melting moments. Just saying.
Okay.
Very important to know.
Debbie's here. She's our Debbie. Good
She
morning
is.
to you both. Looking beautiful. And so are the fabrics. She's excited. Pam's here. Jimmy's here.
Hey, Jimmy.
Did Jimmy watch you as well?
Jimmy's in Tasmania.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah. And then Leslie's here. Pam's here. Pauline's here. Greetings from Australia. Pam's here. Jean's here. CJ's here. Marge is here. Sharon's here.
Pauline Boyke from Queensland's here.
Oh, you're further down. I'm
Sorry,
still on Wendy.
I'm skipping to the
You
Australians.
are. Poppy's here, my Poppy. Judy and Marie.
Judy, yes.
Lo's here. Morning, Lo. She's just got here.
So who's this? Owen P.
O&P Silver is Lo. So Lo makes the most beautiful silver jewellery.
This?
Yeah. Do you know what this is actually? She sends this away to be properly marked at the inch.
Can you show my girls that, please? Sorry. Well, can you show, because I've never seen that, and did I miss the show?
What? No, hang on. I need to come here.
You got there.
There you go. Whee.
It's a tape measure.
It's a tape measure. Right. She's just done one as a heart as well.
Oh,
So yeah, if you need anything like that,
beautiful.
Lo is your lady for that.
Okay.
And then Marie's here, Deb's here, Jackie's here, Petra's here. And Robert, your Robert, says he'd better say
Very
hi
handsome.
too. What time is it for you? For Rob?
7 p.m.
So dinner o'clock.
They'll all be sitting down having dinner
There
and
you go.
watching, which is what we usually do. We usually watch.
Yay! Excellent. Sarah Snaggy Fairbank Williams is here as well, which is probably one of the best names. And Anne's here. She says, hi everyone, great to see you both together. And she's going to see you at Festival of Quilts on Saturday. Debbie bought the ring and the bracelet because it's just stunning. I do have the bracelet as well, actually. It's very, very lovely. Need the necklace now to go with it all. Val's here. There you go, yes. Robert Chandler.
Dr. Robert Chandler, if you want to do it correctly.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you can say hi to the YouTubers.
Oh, YouTubers as well. Right. Let's.
Because I do it normally.
I know you do. I know. We have got...
I stole your mic. Sorry about that.
Diane, we've got Cynthia. Diane says it's an exciting day today. Cynthia is from Ohio, so we also have to say Ohio to Cynthia.
Oh, lovely.
Looking forward to seeing
Elizabeth
today's
Schultz
shows.
is here.
Ali says, oh my, Lisa and Natasha. Squeal! First
Ali's
time in a few days.
gorgeous.
Elizabeth's here. Beverly's here. Good morning. Hello from Gloucester. There we go. Everyone's
here.
coming in.
Everybody's here.
That's
There
so
we are.
lovely. We better
Thank
put
you
the
very
we
much.
better put the kettle on. They'll all rock up in a minute.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So let me do our this. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll have Meet to Heavens.
Right.
We've got a little bit of a mix this week.
We'll watch the master in person.
The other thing is, we had these zips in last week. No, 2 weeks ago, and I had to put. They sold out like that. So I had to put another little order in. Yeah, but how beautiful do
Sorry
they look
about
with
my
your
bracelet.
fabrics? No, that's all right.
It's my security for the show.
Yeah.
It's good fluoro.
You know what I thought? That with your fabrics. I
That
did
new
do.
one?
We'll
Yes.
show you that later. But they are back in stock. So I've got a handful of those again. If you want them, they are on the website.
Melba Silver Floral with that. Beautiful.
Yes. all of it.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
I'll steal one of those.
Right, so I'm going to whiz through these small things. Lewis and Irene, we have got the boats and the lighthouses. I've done it with a red as well because we couldn't decide. It was one of those things. But actually, if you don't have a bucket hat out of those, then you can't be by the seaside. It's as simple as that. I've got 6 of that, I've got 4 of that, and it's gone.
That's it?
Yeah, that's all I've got.
So, you know what I'd do? I'd buy both, and then I'd have my red and green. Okay.
Exactly. Now, this is pool party. We're at the end of the pool party. So this is the pool party border. So it's exactly the same on the other side. It's really cute. And I would really like to make a dress for Emily out of it. One of our pillowcase dresses, because that uses half a metre. Would be absolutely perfect.
This is the same layout as the Melba border stripe, so you could do a really funky twisted knitting bag in that as well.
Beautiful. With sunshine.
Yes, with sunshine.
Has to be done, because this is the only way we're getting sunshine in this country right now.
I'm not saying anything.
No, you don't have to. We know. We have let you down on the weather.
Well,
I'm really sorry about that.
It's been really lovely until we got up here.
It just seems to be, the bad weather just seems to be following me everywhere. Pool party with your lollies. How cute is that?
That's really cute.
Part of the same range.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to accessorise and do more,
Yeah.
I've got some more pool parties. In fact, I'm going to skip to the pool parties very quickly so that you can see all that we've got in that range today. Because the parrots, because I don't know if you have parrots by the seaside where you are. We don't here.
In the bush.
But I mean, a parrot in the bush is as good as something somewhere else.
We'll get there. After another coffee, we'll work.
I don't know. But so we've got the parrots and we've also got the scatter in pink, and I've done that with sky. So if you wanted to do a quilt out of this, you've got 2 different pinks, you've got your sky blue, and you've got all your colours going on there.
All right, how many of these have you got?
It'll say on the label 5.
Oh, 5.
That's all I've got left,
4.
and it's gone. 4, right? 4 here of the scatter.
I need that.
Okay.
I need that with a pink zip.
Would be gorgeous. We've had some beautiful rainbow zips in as well. Just saying.
I won't buy too much. Rob's watching.
Well, I mean, just not in. I've only got 3 of the parrots.
Oh, that's right.
That's it. They're gone. They've flown the nest. Now, Gemma and Jane, I don't know. It was like they were nesting or something. They've gone crazy around the warehouse in honour of your visit.
It is immaculate.
Yeah, nothing to do with me. I'm the one that makes the mess, by the way. So they unearthed some of this.
That?
Wow, you see, this is from Clothworks. Yeah, right, okay. I've only got 2 left, but they unearthed them. I thought it had all gone. We made beautiful round-handled bags with this. Can you imagine that with a nice pine round-handled bag?
That's nice.
Yeah, but I've got 2 and they're gone.
You could, well, no, we need more.
I know, they're gone.
Because you could pick up.
I know.
You can pick up in there.
I know. It's a
bit
veritable.
depressing, really.
Well, I mean, not if you're the one that gets it.
But it must have gone really well because if you've only got 2 left.
Well, and I don't know where this has been hiding. That's the other thing. It's like.
Well, there's no hiding spots left out there.
No, they're not. And one of these, we only have 1 of these left.
Oh.
Now you see, sometimes because we underload, a lot of the time we'll end up with just a 1 of something left.
Yeah, you do.
Because
we do that.
because we overcut. And if the bolt runs short, then I don't want to upset anyone. But it often means that we end up with just a 1 left.
Yeah, we underload in case something's gone wrong. Or we make a mistake when we cut. That does happen.
What?
But
Human
that
error?
is human error.
I
That's
know,
just
look at that.
beautiful.
I've only got 1 of these as well. That's
But
it.
you don't.
Gone.
But it's gone.
Well, they go live at midnight. So all of these go
they're
live
not
at midnight.
Oh,
No.
that is cruel.
No, it's not. Fastest fingers first at midnight. I've got 2 of
That's
the
great for
Philip
my guys,
Jacobs.
though.
Why is it?
Because time difference.
There we go. And that is your amaryllis in lavender. We've put it with sky. I think we can all see why.
Because you can be a purple girl, but you don't need any more purple with that. You
No,
need
there's
to
plenty.
contrast it.
Plenty of purple. It's what Brandon would say as that little bit of chili on top. I'm
Is that
hoping.
chili or cherry? Do we discuss the cherry situation?
No, chili. No, we're not discussing the cherry. Oh, that's going to come out now, isn't it?
Yep,
Yeah.
sure is.
Yeah.
He'll be watching. It'll come out in a minute. Sorry.
This
Now,
is.
I must admit,
Yeah.
okay,
Go on.
we watch, Rob and I watch at home, and Rob's going, what, how, why, because we don't stock these, right? So he goes, how, why, that is so bright. But
Yeah.
I'm standing here with it, and I got to have it. It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
so the very first thing I did when this came in, so this is the banana tree, and the very first thing that I did with it was make a big beach bag.
Yes.
And when Cave saw it, he was like, well, that's exactly what I saw the fabric
Yeah.
being used for.
Yeah.
Him and Brandon. So it's that kind of thing. Like, how are you going to use something like this with a statement piece? Or could you imagine having that sashing up the side of something? It's just...
Yeah, it's a feature all the way, which is how I look at mine as well. It's a standout. It can be on its own, or you could run that, have the paper of black and have the piecing up the side.
Yeah,
nice.
and then anything that you've got left over, perfect for EPP because you've got so many different colours and bits and bobs in there. It's like having multiple fabrics in one. And then in your honour, now we had a few bolt ends.
Right.
So we had 2 left of the tile, and I've popped that with sage.
Perfect. Sage is big here. I'm learning this
Yeah.
morning. Sage is our friend.
The floral and black, I got told off because I didn't realise that this went in the kit, so I got told off for using this.
Oh.
Because I cut it at 50 centimetres and 60 is needed in the kits, so I then got told off. I've popped that with black.
Yes.
Just because you need it in your stash, the end.
You do.
And this was the end of a bolt as well. I had 6 of the cream and orange, and again, that's with your sage
That's
as
got
well,
to be with
because
sage as well.
it's just too beautiful to
And
not.
then, I'm sure you've told your guys 100 times over, these are all the same colour, so you can use both of these in the same quilt, so therefore that's why that goes with both. So you can yin-yang fussy cut.
Yes. Now, Lisa, if people are meeting you for the first time, and there will be some people that have
You
not...
think?
Yeah,
Probably.
maybe. I don't know. I mean, where have they been, if that's the case? But the thing is, for those that are meeting you for the first time, these are your fabrics. And when we say that these are your fabrics, you designed these. But you didn't just design these. You really studied how to draw botanically
Yes.
so that they are botanically correct
Yes. they are.
Australian florals.
So in a nutshell, Melba is, so under the Australian sun, if I pour one up.
Yeah.
So this is botanical. So this is
Can pop it in there.
botanically correct.
So
And
what flowers have
had-
we got in here?
Yeah, so Miriam Blight, who's a beautiful lady who does botanical drawing, taught me how to botanical draw very fast because I had to, and then I sort of self-taught from there. So what you've got in here, these are Banksias. So this is probably...
Hang on, isn't that a Waratah?
Oh, sorry, that's a Banksia, that's a Waratah.
Okay.
Just testing you.
No,
That is a
I only
Waratah.
know that because of you.
These
So if
are
you've been
Waratahs.
lying to me all these years,
No,
then we're in
no,
real
no.
trouble.
The jet lags just popped back up for 5 seconds. This is a Waratah. So that is the state emblem of New South Wales, one of our
Right.
largest states, where Sydney is.
Yeah.
Okay. Harbour, bridge, all that. So it's Waratah. Tilapia, if you want to get technical.
I do, yeah. Always.
Okay, these are Banksias, so that's probably, you can see a whole one. And there are, to be fair, there's quite a few different Waratahs. There's a beautiful Tasmanian one as well. It's
Okay.
a little bit more open, it's a bit different. There's loads and loads, hundreds of different Banksias, but this is a Banksia menzies, and I really like this one. I love adapting this into applique. So you can have an applique top and you can do your ruching down here. So you can really mess with these flowers and create them in different ways. These are heliochrysums or paper daisies.
Oh, nice.
So you would have paper daisies, I think. They actually feel crinkly and like paper. They're really
I'm-
an everlasting daisy, they are.
Oh, okay.
All right. These are callistemons, or commonly called bottle brush.
Right, yeah.
We also have one called Melaleuca that's similar but smaller. These are little native pea flowers that are in here, and then you've got
What are these?
Coria. These are also little paper daisies. So I've sort of
Okay.
done 2 adaptions, if you
Okay.
like, in here, so you can see them up through here as well. And this is a grevillea. Grevillea.
Okay. You're not going to test me on this later,
No.
are you? No, okay, that's all right.
Tea tree flower.
Oh, no, actually, what a tea... Oh, okay.
It's a tea tree flower.
Where you get your tea
Or
tree oil
very-
from?
Yes.
Oh,
And
nice.
also, you can call them, there's similar ones that are wax flowers. So depending on what I'm doing in colours, I kind of interpret them differently.
And then this one...
This is a flannel flower.
But we've
So-
had this as a standalone fabric, your
yes,
flannel
we
flower.
have. Yeah, we've had flannel flower as a standalone as well. And that's kind of always the famous story when I designed for Robert Kaufman, because they wanted to do them in different colours.
Oh, you...
And
hang
I
on,
said
hang
no.
on, hang on. We haven't... So, yeah, okay. So
Did
if
we do that on the podcast? or
Right.
not?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a while since that went out. So you used to design for Robert Kaufman.
Yeah, I designed for Robert Kaufman for about 7-8 years.
And was that like an apprenticeship in the end for you,
massive,
or such a
massive
learning
training.
curve?
Such a learning curve, and a really, and a really big, I suppose, risk for them. because they hadn't had, except for Priscilla Bianchi from Guatemala,
Yeah.
who's a good mate, they hadn't had an overseas designer before.
So how did they find you?
Well, I've got to think about that. How did they find me? So in Australia, I was the largest stocker of their Oriental prints.
Right.
So when the international sales manager came to Australia to the distributor, Angelo said, I want to, take me to stores and what are your biggest stores in different categories. So he flew down to Melbourne for the day and came to my little shop. Mum baked cake.
Brilliant.
We sat him down.
Perfect.
He arrived at the door. He's a fantastic guy. Angelo Fernandez, he was. And sort of the flowers and the box of chocolates sort of arrived in the door 4 seconds before him. He just arrived with gifts and
He
we
sounds
we
fabulous.
bonded, really,
When's
really
he coming
well.
to see us?
I know, it was really lovely. And then and Chris said, come on, I want you to show me what you've been working on. And so he said, yeah, pack them up and send them over and I'll show them to guys at market. And I couldn't.
So were you fabric designing
I'd
at that stage?
I was dabbling.
Dabbling,
Dabbling
okay.
because I knew there was a gap in the market.
Right.
And I was dabbling and Chris said, show me your sketches, what you're working on. And Angela said, finish them up and send them. And I just couldn't let them go. And I kept playing with them. It would be another year and a half. And Rob said, please just book a ticket.
So Rob is your husband?
Yes.
Right.
Rob said, just book a ticket and go.
I love Rob for that.
I love Rob for that. So I'd never been to America and I really didn't have my geography right. So 27 hours later, I got to Pittsburgh via LA.
Sort of
so
thing I
funny.
would do. Yep.
And I did that for a 5-minute meeting.
Amazing.
Hooked up with gorgeous couple. I'd been buying bits and bobs. Where'd I get that from? Bits of fabric from in America, and I stayed with them in their Winnebago with 4 slides in the trailer park. And
Amazing.
we went to market, and I got my 5-minute meeting, and that was that.
Perfect.
That's it. That's the story. And then the learning curve was massive.
Yes.
But what?
That's where the start begins.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it?
If you go overhead again, I'll just show you. What we did, I had to present to them these fabrics so that they had worldwide appeal. So
Okay.
they had to have an imperial look about them.
Okay.
So when we presented it, we didn't have Banksias in the first range, but the Waratahs were like big chrysanthemums. So I lined them up against their fabric ranges
Yeah.
and said, okay, and kangaroo paws, which are in here somewhere, little kangaroo paws are going to be like irises. These are going to be like cherry blossoms. So we sort of tried to show them that we could get that same imperial look.
Okay.
And then the learning curve started. So as time went on, they let me have more input, if you like, or I could help them more
Okay.
with things.
And so now we are up to
I'm going to put that one down.
brand new fabrics released. Well, they're brand new for us. Have these been out for you before?
They've been out just a little while in Australia,
Okay.
because they came in on their own with a restock of the flowering gum, and this was really special for us because also this was the first shipment that got delivered into the new Chandler's Cottage.
Perfect.
I know.
Because you've just moved. Now,
In the shed.
you
Yes.
might notice a similarity between
Between,
that fabric and the scale on the
yeah.
scarf. So it's the same, isn't it?
It is. So this is sort of where we can talk about the history of this fabric.
There you go.
Is that this is from the first version of this fabric. So this was in the original range. You're gonna put it back. Sorry. This was in the original range, and it was the first one that I ever did. And then when we've come back and designed it this time, what I did was I incorporated every flower that we'd ever had in all of the sequential
Beautiful.
collections of this range. I crammed them all into the one print, except for one, and my girls at home, I've left them to work out which one it is. The
Oh,
dye
really?
house. Yeah. I'm not telling them. So we tried to cram everything in, which is why there's Banksias, flannel flowers. These are big macroscopa flowering gums. So these guys, like they are that big in real life.
Oh, gorgeous.
You've got Christmas bells, New South Wales Christmas bells, give me a minute. Heath, this is our native heath as well, that's in here. So I just wanted to get everything in. You've got some acacia or wattle in. I wanted everything in there that we'd ever put in the ranges.
You're a girl after my own heart. I just want everything. Now, if you would like this, we are selling it by the 60 centimetre increment. And this was the learning curve for us. working with you is because you don't just design fabric, you then design the quilts that go with the fabric. So when you're designing something like this, you're going, well, actually, I know that that needs to be cut down into 12-inch increments or whatever. So it'll be cut on a 24-inch, which is your 60 centimetre. And this has been, well, like, why is everything cut to like 60 centimetres? What a weird...
So it's like an informal panel.
Yeah.
We call it informal panel. But I am guilty of designing fabric and then changing the fabric design because I know the quilt I want to put it in. I will go backwards sometimes.
And that's okay too. But it means that we've got a limited amount, thanks to the shipping situation, of these on their own. And we've got them in the orange here. We've got it in the classic black. We've got it in the red.
Did we tell them too, then Australia Post actually messed your order as well?
Oh yeah, no, completely.
Oh, just completely.
Yeah, yeah.
So Natasha's,
and then the red
yours left,
and ivory up there as well.
Yours left a day after. Yeah.
It's not been at all stressful at
No,
all.
not at all.
No.
I think yours left Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've drunk a lot of gin to get through it. I'm not going to lie.
Margaret doesn't drink, so she's not coping at all.
Can I just say,
Yes.
on a gin note?
Yes.
Phil,
Oh, yeah. I've heard stories. Yes. Go.
Thank you so much. So yesterday, a delivery guy came, and he wanted to know my age. Rude.
Yeah, what's that?
Because he said, well, I need to make sure you're over 18. I'm like, just look at my face. Like, clearly we can all see I am over 18
Do you
here.
think it was a pickup line?
No, I don't get pickup lines anymore. So, yeah, he just wanted... And then I looked, and on the label it said, Natasha makes, but doesn't bake. This isn't an order that I've placed, but I think she drinks. And when I opened it up, it was the most beautiful bottle of gin. So thank you so much. We had a little snifter last night to make sure that it was lovely.
Is it here?
Yeah. It's cheesecake flavour, which is incredible because when you smell it,
So
you
it's like
smell the
lemon
biscuits.
cream.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll give you some after the show. We're not giving you any during the show because that'd be a disaster.
I have a flavour revelation from this trip.
Which is?
We stayed in a little pub.
Uh-huh.
The pub was a bit dodgy, but the food was insane.
Okay.
And
We can
had
forgive
a
it that then.
little talk with the chef.
Yeah.
And
What,
I
show
got
him how
one
to
of
do
the
it?
recipes for my calendar next year.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
What
it's
was it?
apple crumble ice cream. So it's like that whole fusion, and it just all.
Well, we didn't have...
But when you try it,
We didn't have any gin. We didn't have any glasses. So we had them out of my little oriental teacups.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So thank you very much. That's how we got through yesterday afternoon. Not gonna lie, that's what happened. Now, what do you want to show next? Shall we show the kits for the quilt? The quilt is incredibly reasonably priced.
It is. It is.
Not to
Because
offend
it's
or
what it
anything,
at
but it
home,
is.
And I'm going, but we had to get
know.
you air freight in.
I
I
know.
know. I'm impressed.
We've
by
done
what-
it as a special price because we know that those of you that are going to miss Festival of Quilts
Festival.
need a little something to make up for it. So basically we have got the Southern Jewels quilt. I'm going to go over here. Oh no, hang on, where's the back page with all the different colourways?
I don't know.
That's a Gemma thing, that is.
Can we blame Gemma?
Yeah, she's not in the room.
Is she listening in the other room?
Yeah, but
Oh.
she'll burst through and in outrage in a minute. So this is the pattern. This is the colourway that you see behind us,
Yes.
but we've also got it in
We have.
various different colourways.
So the first thing for me, so I need to explain too that this quilt was designed for the original large Waratah print.
Brilliant.
And so it was just, it literally arrived and I had to chop it straight away in to make a new one. She's got me all lined up, look at that. There you go. So I had to immediately, because I
If
couldn't
not
help myself,
sooner.
I had to do it straight away.
Yeah.
So that's the one on the back wall. And then what we've done, because I haven't had a chance to make them yet because, well,
Life
just got the
happened.
fabric, life happens.
You've moved house,
Moving
you've
house,
done everything
all
else,
that,
yeah.
2 shop loads, all that.
And you've
So,
come here.
Yeah.
We'll forgive you this
Thank
time,
you.
but next time,
Next time, it's a different story.
make sure you got everything.
Yeah. So, so that is the classic one that I wanted to do first, and it is the first one that we did. For those that have, whether here in the US or in Australia, have the original teal, I just want to point out to you this one, if you've got it in your stash, it will go with your old one, which Natasha never knew existed. But it will go with the original, but this one is lighter, and because it is lighter, it works better. And that was one of the joys of doing the
Getting
range
to
again
redo it
without
again.
Robert Kaufman,
Oh.
because
Isn't
I
he
never.
dead now?
Oh yeah, he's long gone. But the boys, you know,
Yeah.
that run. I worked with the beautiful Evie in the design department. She's retired now. She was just a brilliant mentor. But they went darker with the background, and then for me, it just lost that really lovely spring colour. So I like it in. I like that.
So you
So I'm
will
a bit of a
get.
teal nut. So they've got 1.35.
We have that. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's? Can you give me that one for a minute? Do you know how hard it is? Not being in control of the switcher. It's just.
You can.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
You absolutely can.
No. But no, I like not being in control. So can I hold that way?
Yeah, of course
for
you
you.
can.
So this is what you get in the kit. Now, what we're going to do, you can see, is come through and cut through 3 long panels. And you made this with a peacock panel, didn't you?
Yeah, with the tilted peacock.
So the requirements on the pattern, if you're getting it as a digital download, will cover you to cut that way or that way. You can,
Amazing.
You can mess with it. So if you're using panels that are long
Yeah.
ones, 3, then you can still, doesn't matter what
And
you're
if you want a sarong scarf to match, we've got those on the show too.
these ones.
Yeah.
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 So
We've got them in orange as
so
well.
you can make your tote bag and have your matching scarf,
Beautiful.
and your leftovers make your little purse.
Yes.
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 Right. So
And
and you
yes.
can see they're tossed as well. So it's not going to matter which orientation when you cut your panels down. Here she comes.
I told you she'd burst through with a look of outrage and
Absolute-
upset.
There we are. She's
Trying
doing
to
that.
look
at me. You can cut either way, and because they're tossed, there really isn't an up,
No.
up, down.
Direction. It's non-directional.
And a lot of people will take
Because we
that
don't say
quilt-
tossed in the UK because it has a slight
Oh, that's
different-
right. I got it.
No.
A lot of people, because of the layout as well, they have it over the back of their couch, Tash, that way.
Yeah, no, I
And
will
it
be
will
having
still
that
work.
over the back of my couch. Thanks.
I heard
Do we
this
want-
mentioned.
Yeah, so this was my go at it. And you guys know that I don't do intricate quilts because I don't have the time, but I saw this and I was like, this I need to do.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
I know, right?
Twice.
What fabric was this?
This was one of the Tilda collections.
Because
You've put it up for sale?
What?
What?
you've done it twice. You've got one and you don't need to.
What? She's selling. Does she sell your samples off? Is she
Yeah.
selling mine off too out there?
No. We keep yours. Don't worry. Yours are sacrosanct. It's fine. But this was this was the peacock one. So my entire new bedroom, when I moved down to Cornwall, I had to colour match this so that all of this went.
She's seriously selling off your samples.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Because apparently we don't have room, and we have too many.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
That's up for debate,
I know.
really.
And apparently since I have downsized my house, I can't keep everything.
Oh wait, we've got the other page now. We're good.
So,
So let's do this one. Get sidetracked. Okay. So in this one, you've got the large waratahs in the teal pink, and the girls have picked up.
you've got over a metre of plain
Yeah.
in this because that's your sashing and that is your binding as well.
Yeah, so you've cut enough, so we've got binding in there too. This is beautiful. It picks up the wattle and the
This
funnel
is the
flower.
latte. It's got like a almost soft pink
Yeah.
hue, but very discreet.
Really nice.
Yeah.
And then, so what I did as I went through, you've got,
Love.
these are the same colour value, but in 2 different shades. So you've
Beautiful.
got the light and dark in the teal going on. And then, I think what I love the most about this print is you get this whole sort of yellowy gold
Yes.
coming up.
Yes.
And then it matches across into the peas in there.
Yes.
And I'm trying to sound, I would love to say that, of course I got it right, but it doesn't always work. You hold your breath and hope. I don't
Right.
know why, but you do.
Do you know what? When we were expecting a supply in from you, I remember it being quite late. And it was because, do you remember when the mill tried to dupe you and tried to use
There was-
washed fabric?
there was a
and
weird
this
thing
is
that
why I
happened
love
there.
this lady, because she was just like, no,
That was a reprint
I
on
don't,
Melba.
I don't care if this is going to be a delay. You do it properly with my fabrics.
Well, somewhere along the line,
I salute you for that, Lisa.
it caused us a lot of headaches though. But we
Okay.
had to.
It's more
When you've got a
feisty.
range that's an ongoing range and you do a reprint, it has to be perfect and it has to be exactly the same.
Yeah.
Because I literally will have people that are halfway through a quilt or a shop that's halfway through a block of the month. It's got to be the same.
Yeah.
And we're not to this day, everyone's a little bit of a mystery, but someone pushed a button wrong that said they could use a rewashed fabric. So they had to redo the whole thing.
But I like that you will stand your ground and you will not careful with your mic.
Oh, careful with the mic.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, yeah, we had to do that a few times along the way.
But that's okay. But it's that attention to detail, and it's that quality and that standard, being a stickler for standard.
Yeah, speaking out loud, and I'm sure Robert will cringe in the background watching, but the buck stops with us.
Yeah, of course it
because
does.
we do the designs. We do our own designs. We have a fabric agent. I always love saying I have a fabric agent in LA. It's always got that nice ring to it. But I do have a fantastic company, and part of the reason for them is just the language barrier. I don't speak Japanese. So part of that is them taking what I say as a fatigued arty, nutter that's been locked away in a room with no windows for 3 weeks trying to finish a range. And then they'll interpret it and then transfer that in to Japan. And then when it gets to Japan, then Mr. Odijima is in a separate little sub-company again in an art studio, and he will do all the screen etching and the placements and stuff for me, and then it goes into the factory. So you need it. But we are still the company that design it, and then I will actually sell it to my quilters. So you've got the whole story.
You are sort of a one-stop shop with an agent in between.
I don't know who else. Ginny Byer was probably Ginny did hers. She didn't print herself, but that's where she was. And that was what was really hard when you were designing for someone else and they'd try and change your panel sizes and stuff, and I know I'd have to face the quilter that was trying to cut down a 11th and 3/8 panel into something workable.
The girls are obviously taking Tosh to the new level here, so I can't read out half the comments, but Sue is hoping that Lo will take the Facebook ban for us. She will take that Facebook ban for us.
So do you want me to, will I go through these other colours quickly for you?
Yes. Oh, okay. So this was so I have a little bit of a confession to make.
A little bit. Go what?
No, you okayed it. I did okay it past you first because we were looking. Jane and I were looking. We had to cut. Yeah.
But that was at dinner last night with. Okay.
With
Wasn't
the gin.
it?
Yeah. But what happened was your delivery arrived, and we ticked off everything that we'd ordered. Brilliant. But then there were these. Oh no. There goes my button off my trousers. I guess I ate too much curry last night. And then we were cutting this, and there was a new bolt that I hadn't seen. Lisa Chandler, why had I not been privy to this new colourway? What? I thought we were friends.
I've been a bit busy, and I don't know what happened.
I don't know why I've not seen this. But
this bolt.
when I saw this, I was like, well, hang on, that's coming out, that's going in. Do you mind? And you said no.
No, I can't remember what I said at the time, but I'm sure it was probably not said that professionally.
It was said that you wanted this, and I said possession was 9/10 of the law, so we had it in our warehouse, so no.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if I can
because when I did the rush air freight into Natasha,
yes,
we snuck in a couple of boxes for ourselves
did,
as
didn't
well.
you?
Because, as days were going on, we got more and more scared about the inevitable pallet. Anyway,
crisis.
So this one...
I'm going with crisis. Yeah.
So what I do, when we reprint an ongoing collection, whenever I can and the time permits, I will include a new colour.
Right.
So that's why we're up to 14 flowering gums now.
Amazing.
Because we keep adding in. So I really wanted to do this one, and we had to reprint a lot of the gum leaves, so we snuck this one in.
I love it.
I love this because originally, way back when, and I think we were still with Kaufman, but we got them to print it for us, I think. I really can't remember. Or it might have been one of our first lot. With this print, it was one of the first times that Rob had got his hands on the layered art files. So we either get a pressed file, that's the complete one, but now we get them layered, so that, and there's a layer for each screen, so we get 16 and you can split them all out. And he took all the colours out and he just left the gold outline, and it looked amazing. So we actually had at one stage a tonal black grey
Why haven't we got
well, I know it's on the list. It's there. Okay. But
so
when I did this was sort of kind of owed to him because I wanted to got to replicate that black grey.
And because we loved it, we've popped it in
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
in there, which I think will look
Which will
absolutely
look
stunning.
Really good. So that's going in the classic one.
No, it's not going in the classic
it?
one. No,
Is
it's
it
going in
going
this
in that
one, with
one?
the red one.
Oh,
So
sorry.
we've
Right,
taken
you mean
out,
this one right in
yeah,
front of
yeah,
me?
yeah,
That
one that it's all with. So this is going, so we've gone darker here rather than lighter.
And you know, the girl said, why didn't you do that? And I said, well, it wasn't on my radar because at home we're doing other little specially projects with this new one, which
And I
will
did run it
obviously
past
show
you.
And I
and you-
was totally on board.
Yeah. Just before everyone thinks that I've gone completely rogue. And there it is.
But that's
So
lovely,
if you're
very
getting
short.
this one, just know that we've subbed in that. If you want that one, just let us know and we can put that one in instead. But this also available by the 60 centimetre increment if you want extra for cushions and the like.
And the like.
And
While
the
we've
like.
got this here,
Yeah, go on.
can we do that? Can we sidetrack?
Oh
Just
yeah,
while
yeah,
it's
yeah,
sitting
okay.
there?
I love that we're sidetracking. I'm just going to sit down and let you take over.
What?
One.
Oh, that's it. While I'm doing that.
Oh, well, I would have lifted that. Yeah,
I just
so
didn't realise.
I had this out for a project. I'm going to do a two-tone project, and that was the other reason that I had my eye on this.
I have a little bit of,
PUNV.
yeah. Some of this may not. Some of this is going to go home with me.
Okay,
It's like-
that's okay.
It's very
We'll
nice.
share, I know.
You got a zip
Sews
that goes
really
with this?
beautifully, yeah. And if not, I know a lady where I can get some.
So if I just do that, can you overhead me?
Yeah, of course can. Apparently not. No, hang on, let me press again.
Really nice.
There you go. I mean, if only I had a zip right that went with it all. This is.
What is that?
It's not the gold. It's
No, it's
is it
not.
the-
I got it. It's a paler. It's a paler one.
I'm
It's
gonna say
like
it's
a champagne.
champagne. Yeah, I think it's either champagne or platinum. I think it's champagne.
Let's talk in drinks. It's champagne. Look at that. That's beautiful. I really like it. And you've also got, Jane told me what it was. There's a metallic charcoal print collection out there. It's called Charcoal. And I think it would go really well with that too. Anyway.
We've got many a thing that goes very,
Many
very
a thing.
beautifully that we will be playing with now that we've got our hands on it because you're not.
All right, I'm
you're not
I'm
getting it
staying here for a minute.
Okay, go on then.
Go on, I'm taking over just for a second.
I know
it's
you are.
your show.
No, it's absolutely fine.
But I want to show you, because you were in here, we hid it from you.
I know.
I want to show you a couple of other things.
And this is what was happening. So I was kind of banned from my own warehouse, which
That's
was
true.
weird. And whilst you rampaged around the warehouse.
So I'm going to redeem myself,
Go on then.
okay?
Yeah.
Because you have other things here
Yeah, I know.
that I
Yeah.
just went, oh, hello,
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
This is our ombre. So this is a moda from Wimborne Fabrics. This is a moda, and it is that ombre, and I love it because it brings a modern twist
yes.
to it.
Now, one thing that I refrained from doing, probably for about the first 4 or 5 years of Melba, and Jane was very relieved for me today when I said that Melba is going to slowly sail into the sunset. We will be keeping the fans.
What?
Because-
Why?
Well, it's been 8 years, buddy.
Yeah, and
Well, because there's okay. Off,
that's like
off
saying that you can't
off
have the Beatles anymore.
camera, off camera, I'll tell you who's replacing the Beatles. It'll be like the Rolling Stones, AC/DC,
Will it
Crowded
know?
House. Sorry, yeah. Well, trust me, I'm a food scientist.
I
It
know
will
you're a food
all be
scientist.
good.
But also, I love it.
I know.
So, you know.
Well-
and I haven't forgiven you for.
What have I done? What?
Well, you know,
Leave that for a minute. What have I?
well, all
What
of
have
the
I done?
blues. You got rid of all the blues.
What blues?
You know.
Oh, Summer Palace.
Where's my Summer Palace gone?
Don't worry about it. There's.
No,
Do you
no,
want
no.
blue? Do you want blue?
Yes,
Do you want the scoop?
yes.
Do you want the scoop?
Yes.
Do you know what Margaret and I are doing next week?
No.
Let's just reveal it all now.
Yes.
We are going to Amsterdam.
Yes.
Going to Delft.
Yes.
We have started a massive collaborative together.
Good.
Which will include me bringing back, which I did with Robert Kaufman, the new and improved Dutch Cottage collection. You will have so much white and blue you won't know what to do with it.
Well, good, because my house is white and blue. So I know exactly what I'm going to do with it.
Margaret started designing her stitchery.
So hang on, whoa. We need to explain to our UK viewers who Margaret is.
Yes, so my guys know who Margaret is.
It's like talking about it, but people don't know who she is.
Margaret Upston.
Yeah, lovely Margaret. I met her last night for the first time. She's lovely.
In scope of Australian patchwork and quilting stitchery businesses, this is Margaret, and I'm here.
Right.
Okay, I'm way down here. So I've known Marg for about 16 years, 16, 17, and she was my wonderful mentor, helper, helping me get onto the, we call the show scene, doing all the large craft shows and everything. Always been there in the background, always available for a chat, advice, and we kind of got together again with COVID.
Nice.
Long chats.
Not with COVID, but thanks to COVID.
But yeah, long chats. Do you want the COVID story? Marg got in the car.
We were going away. Story. I was avoiding it, but yeah, go for it.
We were going away.
Let's share everything.
We were going up to Nagambie. You'd love Nagambie, thriving metropolis.
Great, I'm on my way.
With a lake. Up country Victoria, to check out a beautiful old hall. And old to us, no laughing's only 150 years. Okay, that is ancient to us.
Yeah, that means that you've got to replace a bit of the roof in our terms.
It's just gorgeous, and we hold soirees up there, needleworker days. And we were heading up there, and she goes, I've got a bit of a sniff, but I've tested myself, it's just a cold. So we went away for 3 days. We wine tasted from the same glasses, we stayed in the same room, so used the same bathroom. The whole thing, and came home. She rang me the next day, and she goes, I've got COVID. And I didn't get it.
No, you are made of sterner stuff.
That's not even ducking a bullet. That's just like a big shield.
Yeah.
So we still laugh about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Margaret is an incredible designer. Well, I want to say famous. I don't think I'm using that term loosely, for candle wicking.
Now, you had to explain what candle wicking was.
So candle wicking is doing a beautiful colonial knot, not a French knot. It's a colonial knot. It's a figure eight around your, figure eight around your needle. And so historically, the girls would use candle wick to do their candle wicking. Okay. So if that's all they had available. And so then during the whole pandemic, Margaret has a plethora of magnificent sort of Mandela style patterns for candle wicking. Oh, you're going to love them. You're going to love them. So she did that, and then during lockdown, because Melbourne, we were down for a long time. She kind of, because I suppose we were hanging together, she's then kind of reinvented herself. And we've got the quilt at Festival of Quilts, and you'll see it with beautiful Australian Botanical
So my question
stitcheries
to our lovely viewers is,
yes,
would you like a Margaret show? I mean, whatever you say, I'm going to hijack Margaret and do something with her anyway.
We couldn't get it today, so we're coming in.
She's had a migraine, bless her.
So we're going to sort of do a super early thing before we fly to Amsterdam or something.
We will sort something, and it's ring fenced for a bank holiday, for the last bank holiday of August to go out. So because of the whole shipping situation, then we can get everything in, because we did put an order in, and you have it, but you're not letting me have it because she needs it for Festival of Quilts. And I understand that.
Yeah, we sort of,
because your stuff isn't here.
But it works, because by the time it all works really well.
It's all good. Just trust us, it works.
But you will love it. So that's
So what we've got here then, we're building up a...
We're doing a little bit of a...
The fans are upside down, love.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So up until probably we got sidetracked. Eight first, few years, I would not mix my botanicals with my stylized. It was just because I'd had two completely separate identities with the fabrics, between Melba and Under the Australian Sun. Everyone else did, but it was just hard for me. But now we've sort of got more colours and everything. I'm very comfortable doing this. I think that's okay. And then...
It is very okay.
And then...
this has been one of the latest flowering gums.
So now that we've got the gum leaves, you can kind of get this whole... Am I allowed to say sexy on?
Yeah.
Okay. This whole sexy black-grey thing going on. What I love about the flowering gum, they're very heavy gold.
Yes.
So even if you've got another print that's very similar, you'll still get enough contrast between them.
That gorgeous, luscious. So I'm right in saying, the last screen that's printed is this metallic, isn't it?
Yes, it has to go over the top.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the
and
last
that's why it is so vibrant.
Yes, we have to go on over the top. because it is a metallic paint, it sits on top of everything else. It's really hard when we get the screen, the strike-offs done, which is when we're doing the trial, and they do them by hand. It actually goes on first, and it messes with your head a little bit because the gold comes out that little bit copper because it's sitting underneath other colours. So it takes you a while to get used to it. Then you go the full cultural fusion.
Yeah.
And you do that. So we at home.
No, these are all available by the half metre.
Yeah.
On our website.
Yeah, and at home we will do kind of similar to you. We will do bundles, and we will have a black and gold deluxe collection pack that has all the black and golds together.
Beautiful.
And then you can just run it with a plain black. You don't need to do anything else. You can just run the whole lot. But I must say, I do like this motor stuff of yours with.
It's lovely, isn't it? So I've got a few messages here. Debbie just says, pretty please. And I'm just assuming that this is to Margaret, okay?
Great.
And Sil says we might have to hold you to ransom until we have the fans.
Who said that?
Sil. Joe just says, yes! And Fiona wants Margaret's migraine to get better. She says, no fun being away in a beautiful country with a migraine. I did ply her with many a migraine drug,
and she was very grateful.
Fellow migraine
Nothing
sufferer.
like making friends instantly by
giving drugs outside an Indian restaurant.
In the car,
That's
outside an Indian restaurant.
Not weird at all. Pat says, yes, please. Julie says, yes. And of course we would. Yes to Margaret, says Leslie. A gold, please, says Sylv. Lots more gold. And Ali says, yes, we definitely need a Margaret show. And Sil says, look at all those black and golds together. Suze just says she's all over the bling. And Donna's just, yes, please. So that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
So when you come in to the show...
I'm coming Saturday.
You're coming Saturday?
Yeah.
So we can show you more, because you haven't seen her stuff, like...
No, I haven't seen all their stuff.
Faith in me. She goes, yeah, sure, bring a friend. It's just... whatever.
It's like when someone says, this was how we came about, because John Cole Morgan said to me, there's a lady you need to meet, and you'll really like her. Now, I'm a cynic, and generally when people tell me
I ran in the other direction,
that I'm going to like someone, it's like...
Tell me who I'm going to like. It's right. Don't
but
tell me
actually...
who my friend's going to be.
He was right.
Yeah, and he kind of becomes quite surplus, didn't he, after about 5 minutes? On
Don't
that
tell Johnny's surplus.
on that Zoom call.
Oh, on the Zoom call.
He couldn't get a word in after about 5 minutes.
No. He just sat there and looked smug.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Are we all... This is... you know
What
how
are you
you're
doing
not...
now?
Well, you know how it's wrong to say you've got family, you've got favourites with your kids.
Yeah.
It's my favourite.
Oh, it's my favourite
But
too.
then
but then there's the teal.
Yeah.
But then I love the red. And if I
then-
was going to do anything...
And then this is Aussie Outback. Anyway,
Ah,
so
come
this
on.
is the classic.
Yep.
Again.
I know.
Just saying.
It's not a coincidence. Yeah.
All right. And then I love this one. The girls chose. What colour's this?
Tan.
Tan. Tan in with that. Gorgeous. And then that's the smaller floral.
This is one of my go-to favourites.
Robert wants me to say floral like you say it.
Ah.
Not
We've got
happy.
PU that goes with this beautifully.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. You wait till I create a two-tone something that's on my list to do.
Now, may I say, I'm
can
going to mess
say.
with you.
Go on.
This is what I put together
Yeah.
in my combo.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
the combo here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if, as some of them just love the black,
Yeah.
you know, I would, for me,
Yeah.
because of the value of this kit, it's
Yeah.
awesome. I would, if you wanted to mess around, I would buy this kit.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
She's really worried. I'm taking it. She's walking blindly with me into the light here. Hang on. Buy this kit.
Would you sub in the
Yeah.
black
Buy this kit.
and the black
I would take these.
and do something
I would
fabulous?
put that with that zip,
Nice.
and that's going to be a purse.
Okay, great.
Then I would buy my 1/2 metre of that to go in.
You designed these kits, Lisa. I mean, you could have done this.
And you could put that in.
Why didn't you do this?
Or if you like the idea of a little bit of geometric with it, you do that. So you could do a whole...
Why didn't you then? Why didn't you then?
Sorry, but I'm just, it's that, this goes with, we have a store in Australia called Suzanne's, and they used to have
Who's
an
Suzanne?
ad campaign. This goes with that at Suzanne's. It was all about the corporate office girl, mix and matching their jackets and everything. So we still say that. This goes with that, with Suzanne's years later. But that's
Okay.
what this is. Everything will go. Everything
At
will go with
Suzanne's.
my
Whoever
fabric.
Suzanne
She can
is.
put it all together.
Lovely.
Do you like Suzanne's?
Would I
When
like
you come
Suzanne's?
over, we'll shop.
Okay. I'm saving up. Suzanne.
Good, I should think so.
Yeah. I'm going to come. I'm just going to stay.
Come and sit on my veranda
Okay. Yeah.
and
Now,
drink 4
here's a
Pillars
question.
gin. Yes.
Oh, I think that's just answered it. I was going to say, can I bring my kids? But given that, yeah, there's going to be gin, like maybe not.
Maybe not.
Let's pretend I'm professional.
You can send them down to Margaret's farm. We can put them to work.
Oh, so they're quite good with animals and stuff. That's
That'll be
fine. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Now I want to do these 2 kits side by side.
Go on then.
Because this is the only combo where
You've just blown Sylv's brains, by the way. She's just like, what? That is all the gold. I know, Sylv, just crack on and buy it. You know, needs to be done.
am I the Aussies behaving? I'm not going to call them. Are they behaving? Because the Aussies are yours as well now. Half
Yeah,
them.
no, they're all right.
They behaving?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just watch them.
Patrick says,
sometimes you
love
watch
this one. Hang on. Sylvia Trencher, she's yours, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, she said that's her favourite, the previous one.
Yeah.
And then our Sylv.
Well. Sylvia actually left me in charge.
Oh, hang on.
What?
Rosemary says us Aussies would like Natasha to run a workshop or two.
Oi!
I've never run a workshop. I've steered clear
You're absolutely right.
of running
She's
workshops.
terrified.
No, it's because I've spent so many years teaching. I'll just
do-
be a right bossy cow.
They'll be fine with that. We'll deal with
Really?
it. Yeah.
Really?
Fine. Okay, so I can so I'm here on your show,
Yeah.
but you can come down and use my set to do your show
Okay.
in my shop shed.
Yeah.
They hate me calling it a shop shed because we haven't come with a better name yet. It's a shed and my shop's in it.
Well, it's a shop
It's a
shed.
warehead shop. It's a studio. It's not my studio. My studio's in the house.
So, yeah, but it's weird how things... Like, my little nephew is William Walter, and I call him Willy Wally, and
Absolutely.
apparently they don't like that either. So,
I have-
these things happen,
They
and then
do.
they stick.
They do. It's like Philip.
Your son.
Was Philly McGilly. And at 26 can still be sometimes.
Yeah.
But he's also, his nickname is Sweet Chili because he's Sweet Chili Philadelphia cream cheese.
Beautiful.
I know.
We had a cat that was Willy Wally Walrus, big banana feet.
Okay.
And so I think it's similar.
Do you know my son is actually Stephen, but he decided at the age of 3 he was Steve.
That's all right.
So, you know, the school rang me constantly confirming what his name was
Brilliant.
because he kept telling them they had it wrong.
I had to go with my now ex-husband to name Freddie because Stephen was convinced he was going to put Danger as his middle name. I'm just like, no. We'd have been divorced a lot sooner if he'd have actually done
Rob's
that.
really happy we didn't end up with a girl because I was using ancient grandparents' names.
Yeah, these things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Overhead we go.
Overhead, right. So, if you, the whole red thing,
Yeah.
this is where we hit the whole red thing.
Yeah.
This is where we hit true botanical colours.
Okay.
Okay. So the orange kind of just a little bit, but this is true to colour of what these flowers are in real life.
Really?
These two, yes.
Okay.
Waratahs are red. Christmas bells are red orange.
Oh,
Heliochrysums are yellow. So this is the real deal.
This-
Kangaroo paws. in
I just
colour.
want a kangaroo paw.
Can you get them here?
Kangaroos?
No, kangaroo.
I know. I don't want like the fluffy kangaroo.
Oh, you want the real kangaroo?
Yeah.
Not happening. You've got one
Oh.
at the zoo?
I don't really like zoos.
How about you just come over and we'll
Yeah.
go to the Murray-Dark Sanctuary,
Yeah.
okay, on the Mornington Peninsula, and you can sit and feed the wallabies and the kangaroos.
Perfect.
Okay.
Can I cuddle one?
Yes.
What about a koala?
Yes.
Okay.
I can organise all that.
And can I look at a kookaburra sitting in an old gum tree?
Well, you can do that at my house. They chuckle and carry on at dawn and dusk.
Perfect.
So
checking.
with these two, the colours in both are exactly the same. If your screen is showing you something different,
It's lying.
it's lying.
Yeah.
So they're exactly the same.
Well,
So you
apart from
can-
one's cream and one's
You
black.
can mix and match these.
Yeah.
And invariably, if John was here now, he'd squeal and go, oh, I can stick them into a stack and whack.
Now, stack and wax. Now that we have these, we are going to stack and whack.
We are.
We've
No, but
primed
nothing.
Jane for a stack and whack.
I know you've got
It
your
just
own, but
reminds... Do you
that's-
ever watch The Simpsons?
Oh, a long time ago.
I think they had like snake whacking, and it just reminds me of that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but it's not that, is it? It's this. Hang on, I'm going to show
And we're
you.
in the right spot.
Yes. Well done you. It's like you're professional and everything.
So this is my stack and whack, and it is different to Melba Kaleidoscope's not a stack and whack. We can talk about that, but that's our stack and whack, centre stage, and so that was done with Melba, which is the stylised pattern, but that will work really well with this.
Perfect.
Absolutely perfect with that.
I'm just learning about your wildlife here because Sue says that koalas can wee on you. I mean, I've had children. They do all sorts on you.
They can.
They do all sorts.
But they try not to.
Yeah. Melissa says I could come for a soiree. I'm taking that as an invitation, so thanks.
Is that Colquitt? Is that Melissa Colquitt?
Yeah. Yeah. And Catherine says drop bears are so cuddly. What's a drop bear? What's a drop bear?
Who pulled the drop bear line out? Who was that? Was that
That's
Bill?
Catherine.
Was it Catherine Doust?
What's a drop bear?
Do you want me to do it? Do you want me to do it? Should they want me to do the drop bear? Okay.
What's a drop bear? What is a drop bear?
Okay. I've got to keep a straight face. Just give me a second. Okay, so a drop bear. You know how you get a mule from a donkey and a horse?
Yeah.
So drop bears are like a feral form of a koala. And it's like a cross
Is this actually true?
between a koala and a wombat. All right. And so drop bears are really lazy. That koalas, if they want to get to another tree, they'll come down the tree and they'll walk across the ground and they'll go up the next tree. But the drop bears are lazy, so if they see something moving as they go past, they'll go, hey up. So you've got to be really careful when you're out in the bush in case there's any drop bears. And no, it's not true.
Not true. That's not true. I know I am blonde, but I just...
It's the biggest Aussie myth. And when I was at university, we'd have exchange students come out from anywhere in the world. We'd take them to the wildlife sanctuary and we'd explain to them, and they'd spend the whole
yeah, looking for the drop bear.
watching out for the drop bears.
It's like when you have apprentices, you ask them to go and get the tartan paint. That's yeah, or ask for a long wait.
Oh.
And those are the things that we like to do.
All right. So yeah.
Thank you, Gidget. Yeah. Auntie Lizzie Crangle's here. She said, I'd really love Lisa to critique my blocks, please. I don't really know what I'm doing. Apart from the fact that Lizzie Crangle, you do absolutely know what you're doing, and
Which
they
blocks?
are beautiful. So after we demoed the blocks of the month, Lizzie
Oriental?
finished them off for us. So we've got them
I'm
actually
sure Lizzie sent them to
under
me.
here.
Hasn't Lizzie sent me
No,
photos?
no. Possibly. We've got them under here to do as a separate entity for that. Get your.
Are they Lizzie's blocks down there? They're pretty good.
So hang fire, Lizzie, is what I'm going to say, because it's all in hand. It's
All
all
in
in hand.
hand.
Right, back to this, because otherwise we're going to run out of time to do
Yeah.
everything.
Okay.
Because you've told me you've got to go at some point.
Well, at some point, Margaret will not be happy if she's got the whole stand set up. All right.
But we should just do it her way. It's fine.
Yeah,
Saves
true,
any
true.
argument. Yeah.
All right. So this kit, again, you've got beautiful, like off-white cream sashing that's going to go beautiful with the flannel flowers and the little tips on the epacris and stuff. And with this one, and then you've got your full floral in there.
Beautiful.
And so you're going with these gum leaves, which is going to be gorgeous. Absolutely. And you've got the red
Yes.
flowering gum in the solid flowering gum here. So that's that one.
Yes.
And then over this side, this is what I did here. I lightened things up because of this light background. So here we've got the same ivory background. Black just really makes this pop. You look, you could go green, but trying to match the green, I just love it all outlined in black. Then you've got, this is my favourite, ivory. Love that one. Like that.
Jimmy
Ivory.
says that there's also a hoop snake which drops down in the bush and hangs unsuspecting walkers.
Jimmy.
Jimmy, I'm not going to believe anything that any of you say now, and I am quite gullible.
Yeah. And this flowering gum, this one I liked better. I personally preferred it to the solid one because it's got the little peeps of the cream underneath and it's got little green
Well, I think
leaves
that's
and
why
it
it's
just
in there.
pops it.
No, it is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the
No,
pop.
that's fine. That's
Right,
why
so
you've done
that's
it.
that one. Now the other one is the next one that I'm going to make. I mean, my heart tells me I want to make the classic next, but I have completely no, I haven't looked them up. Okay, they'll go together.
Hooray!
Hooray! This one is the one I'm going to make next because this is, where they're the true colours. This is true outback colours.
Oh, okay.
This is burnt.
So this is true as well.
Ochre. This is all about the colours of the earth out in the outback.
It's proper earthy tones,
It's
isn't it?
really.
Yeah.
Stephen brought back a
Your son,
bottle.
Stephen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Stephen is kind of like my Gemma, can we say that? He runs our website.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of our order fulfillment and cutting and things. He brought back a bottle of dirt from Central Australia when he went to Uluru, and it's that colour. That is it. That's Cooper Pedy, where the opals come from. All of that colour is the real deal.
Wow.
And this, that sage colour
Yeah.
is amazing. With all
I
the
know. Yeah. You won't find that on our shelf now. We've got to order some more. I'll
You
be here in a
do.
couple of days.
So this is, I think, I don't know, I can't remember which one Mum wants for her place. It's either the classic. They've just moved into a new house near us, or in a new home for them, and the whole house is done in American oak panelling and things. It's really warm.
Nice.
So she
That'll
wants
do.
something in this and she wants something in that. And
That's
she's
fair
allowed
enough.
to. She's my mum. She can say that. All right.
In fact, we spoke to your mum this morning,
We did.
which was lovely. So hi, mum.
All right. So
Now, what
I
have you
just-
got?
Well,
tucked
just
away up
who was
here?
it? I'm blowing her. Who said I was blowing her mind?
Oh,
we-
like lots of them, but mainly Sil.
So all right.
Yeah.
All right. So because I'm here
Yeah.
and I've got a warehouse full of my fabric.
Well, hang on. Rosemary says that she's trying to make hexies out of flower and gums, and it's not working because of us.
All right.
So
So
yeah, we get blamed, and we're not even there.
so I just want to run through a
Go on
couple of
then.
other bits. Bit of crossover.
Oh, Sylv,
What?
hang fire. Well, no, you're about to blow mine again, aren't you? Here we go.
Right.
Do your thing, Lisa.
Do you think Hampton stripe? Don't forget it exists when you're messing around.
Well,
with
this
your
is my
blacks and
last bolt
golds.
of it. So,
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit of a shame.
Do you know how much? I had about 14 bolts of that when that first arrived.
I know. So don't forget about this guy. When you want to go to binding, when you're putting, little strips in between, when you're making bags and
I've
things, this will
also
go.
used that for masculine makes.
Oh, yes.
It's fabulous.
I really like it with this because there's so much black in here that when you need a little peep, that works, okay?
Yeah.
So keep that in mind, and please keep that in mind. I should say it very nicely, please.
Oh, Sue says, help Natasha, can you cut any more classic quilts? Sue.
Yes. What? Not what this?
Yeah.
We will make it happen. We can make it happen. It might just be a little delay,
Yeah. Okay.
like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
If Steve,
So-
if you're watching,
Sue.
no,
Yeah.
my Steve.
Oh, your Steve.
Steve, if you're watching,
Get cutting. Yeah.
start taking the
Um,
box.
So Sue lives in Lou. We call her Sue from Lou.
Oh, that explains it now.
Yeah,
Feeling
yeah.
better now.
So she always gives me a weather report. Sue, what is it doing, please? Because I will be driving home this afternoon. So I need to know what is happening
Right.
for my journey home.
Now,
And then back up for festival on Saturday.
back up. No mucking around.
No. Ooh.
I just want to run this by so
Yeah.
that you can see all this
Oh,
together
okay.
as
Oh,
well.
nice.
So if you are looking at grabbing the 60 centimetre cut of the Waratahs, just to show you what else we've got out there in Natasha's warehouse that goes. So this is the one that Natasha chose not to pop in, which is because she loves the new sexy black one.
Well, only because it landed. And I
landed.
went, ooh, that's new and sexy and black.
So that one will go. That's colour
Beautiful.
15 in the gum leaves.
Yeah.
And then you've also
It's also
got
known as green on green.
green on green.
Yeah.
Then you've also got Hampton stripe.
Oh, nice.
Now these colours were designed, and you can see it there, to match up
Yeah.
across. So again, if you're doing a big tote with this, great lining.
Lovely.
And then your little segue.
But again, our last bolt.
Oh,
I know.
actually, I think I've only got one left
I
too.
know, right?
So
So
it's
if,
not even Christmas yet.
I
It's a
know.
bit sad.
I know. You have to have some more printed.
I think my last bolt might be on the stand.
Really?
Hmm.
Okay.
And then your little segue here, if you like mixing your botanicals with your geometric, the
Nice.
bright red
Bright red.
Melba will go beautifully with that.
Lo says that it's peeing it down in Devon and it floats down to Cornwall. Yeah, in fact, you're right. And Sue says, yes, it's wet and blowing a hoolie.
Goodness.
Do you have hoolies in Australia?
I don't even know what a hoolie is.
It's
I
when
have
it's
a
really
hoolie
blowy.
doolie. Oh, really?
It's basically our UK
blowing a
summertime.
gale.
Yeah, blowing a gale. But we call it a hoolie. Well, I do anyway. And people know what I mean.
And this is where we were messing around and freaking Natasha out because we didn't involve her. Yes.
Yeah, for a control freak is slightly upsetting.
Now, I chose not to print the dark brown with the Waratahs because I knew what I wanted to use these for.
Okay.
But I also knew that it was all fine because the chocolate, these colours all still match. I made sure they all still match through.
Okay.
So you can run the floral,
Mm-hmm.
like the all over floral, like this guy on the chocolate, as well as the cream.
And is that, so that is the orange one. That's the orange, not the red.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, come on. Which one's this?
this is the dark red Melba
Yeah,
fans.
yeah, I do like the dark
Alright.
red. Yeah.
So if you're not a green person, not so much a green, and you would prefer to go with sort of reddy ochre oranges, this pulls in the darkest bits
Okay.
in the petals. So, and you can see it. If I take that little flower there, see that?
Yeah.
That all
Nice.
matches across.
Yeah.
So you can run the dark Melba fans with it. And then this is what I said, girls, just get me a bowl of this. I want to freak Natasha out. And she was a little bit worried. If you love your scrappy quilts, if you have some Melba in your stash and you buy this and you've got some left, these guys will play together in the playground.
Nice.
One kind of is usually on the swings and one's on the slide, but they will come together for morning tea and have a
Okay.
cake.
Okay, and with no fighting.
No fighting.
Okay.
They are very happy together.
Nice. Yeah, they will.
All right, and that sage solid will then bring all that together.
Perfect.
That all
And
works.
yes. Nice.
And that, you know, for us being a very, very small, what would we like to word the boutique? What word do you want to use? I don't know, small. Fabric company.
Boutique. I'd go with
has to
boutique.
be, that has to be the way it works. Everything has to work together.
Yeah.
We have to have that flexibility that everything goes. And then, of course, you know, we were going to talk about this,
Go on.
but this is all you've got left. You've got you've only got about 2 meters left.
I know, well, someone's got to get it.
And then I told you that's it. And you went, hello, excuse me.
Well, hang on. Are you not
No, I'm not redoing orange.
Oh, well, no one's having that. That's mine.
What? Hey!
What? Well, you can't go showing people things that they,
That you're going to steal
That I'm
off your
gonna-
own shelves.
Well, it's not stealing, is it? Because I bought them.
But the girls said that.
We're back to the possession being 9/10 of the law here.
But
When that
the
mysteriously
periwinkle-
lands in Cornwall.
but I did tell the girls this morning, they said they'd sold out of the periwinkle fans.
Yeah,
And I said,
ages ago.
but have no fear, I have more. We're doing
Okay.
more. Because I'm releasing, can I tell them? Tell
Yeah.
them anything? No.
We're
So
friends.
the Oriental Baltimore,
Yes.
which you did as your block of the month,
Yes.
I took it and turned it into a panel,
Hmm.
a 60 centimetre panel.
Nice.
So they've got little wreaths this big. And of course the quilt is square.
Yeah.
So at the top and bottom, you've got like a whole menagerie floral border, top and bottom. So the periwinkle is designed, what that colour's been done ready to go with the spring winter colourway of
Nice.
that. And then I suppose I should really reprint the orange.
It's not wrong.
And then the summer autumn colourway pulls in all the other ones. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's what that is.
There we go. Good. I'm glad we've discussed that.
I have completely
Yeah.
trashed it. All right. And then, I've always wanted to say this, on Natasha Makes today, we have some special limited edition half-metre heavens that aren't half-metre heavens.
So this is what you were squirreling away at. Because you love our half-metre heavens, don't you?
I do. I get addicted and watch, and then
Can't have them because you're in Australia.
that.
But it's fine, yeah.
That's right. So
And then I'll get a phone call and he'll be like, can you just save me?
save me. And so we've got these special ones, and so maybe we should call them we could call them what we call them at home, which are perfect partners.
Yes. That was your take on a half-metre heaven, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Perfect partners.
So
So
it's your perfect partner.
here's your perfect partners.
Hang on. My thingy's crashed. Bear with. Just 1 second. That one.
That one.
Yeah. There you go.
So that's our first one.
So we've got a half-metre of plain and then 60
Yes.
centimetres of beautifulness.
So what?
I'm going to have to really get some more sage, aren't I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Gemma's on it
Yeah.
because it's in the Southern Jewels kits as well.
Perfect.
Now, what the girls are doing this morning, where they're cutting it, is actually.
I've put a free half-metre of freezer paper in with them.
Have you?
That will become clear.
It was like, It's like a secret door, and she just comes through and
I know.
whispers something.
I know.
So they're cutting it here
Yeah.
for these particular packs, and there's a reason, and I'm going to show you in a minute.
And Gemma says for some reason they're putting in a 1/2 metre of freezer paper for free in there. I'm completely out of the loop. I don't know why.
I know, it's
So
great, isn't
I'm
it?
just going to say okay.
If I could sing, I'd start singing Let It Go, but I can't. Mum got the voice. It skipped a generation. So that's one set. Then I had so much fun out there this morning, Tash.
Did you?
This.
Yep.
So then, this is what I was talking about. I'm really loving mixing the botanicals with the stylized.
Good.
So this is actually a stylized flowering gum. It's a little flowering gum. That's what it's meant to be. And they are in the plaster freezers at the Royal Botanical Gardens in Melbourne,
I thought it was a
designed
fan.
for Queen Victoria. Well, we call them Melba fans now, but originally it was a flower. Designed for Queen Victoria's Royal Exhibition 1888.
I
and the
thought they
building
were
was built for
just
that.
fans.
Well, we call them fans now, but if you go back and look at your Melba... Sorry, everybody, quick design class. Okay, they are designed off these. So they're that, but are more extreme. But these are in the plaster, or adaptation of it, in the plaster freezers in the Royal Exhibition buildings that Melba's father built. You know that.
And when we say Melba, we mean Dame Nellie Melba.
Opera singer.
Yeah.
So.
And you grew up quite close to where her house was, didn't you?
Yeah, I was very privileged to go through it with her granddaughter, Lady Vesti, with my mum. Yes, my kind of home, my valley. You like the Yarra Valley. Yeah. Good wine. When you come over, we'll be going to Domaine Chardon. Chardon have a beautiful winery there.
Go on
then. And
How long am I coming for?
Oh,
Like, how long do I need?
Oh, 3-4 weeks.
Okay.
I just love them together.
Wow, look at that.
I do.
Yeah.
Love that. So what I was after with these sets, okay, everyone, is I wanted them to have a really good contrast. That was the whole objective. We're not missing one. Okay, so we're putting the red with black.
Yes.
We decided there was just no competition there.
Okay.
It had to go with black.
Okay.
So when you look at them, they will be priced slightly differently depending on whether they've got a solid plane.
1/2 metre of either designer or solid plain. Yeah. Right, I'm getting it. Hang on. Sylv says she loves the Melba fans. John says he's leaving his hotel in 5 minutes. John, we were expecting you for breakfast. You let us down. Where were you?
Where is
he's
he?
having a lion.
Is he coming down for brekkie?
Oh, you girls are still love. Yay. I don't really understand what that means. John, wear glasses when you're messaging. Valerie says, what a delight to meet the lovely Lisa and enjoy all her beautiful fabrics.
Who's that?
This is Valerie.
Oh, Valerie.
She says, Natasha, you showed the black and gold fans and what I call the black and gold wicker fabric from the Summer Palace range. I've searched for both on these on the website, but I can't find them. Will they both be back soon? They should be on there anyway. They should be on there.
And this is where we just wait because we hear Gemma.
Yeah, there'll be the patter of tiny Gemma.
There'll be bangs and crashes and things going on.
Yeah, she sorts stuff out.
That's the red. Look, I put the bright red fans with that one. Quite happy with that. Yeah, happy with
beautiful. That. Yeah. So closed
all
caption.
All will be revealed in a minute. Why?
You know how auto generates closed caption. I've just been told we like this. Sylv will always tell us when there's been a funny closed caption. 1/2 metre heavens. Caption 1/2 meathead. Amazing.
Can I tell Sylv then? Can I tell it?
Yeah.
When we speak more Australian at home when I'm on the show, and when we get tired, we abbreviate everything. We abbreviate everything in Australia. We have brekkie. We watch telly. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like we terrible. But when I get tired, we will say gonna instead of going to.
Yes.
And so the girls, Maria's coming in today from Spain, and they sit and watch mine and just fall around laughing because every time I say gunner, it translates as pistol or shotgun. It does not come through as going to.
No, that is not happening. No.
Yeah. Or yeah, but.
Yeah, but.
Yeah,
but.
but.
No, but.
Yeah, but. Yes, however.
So, opposite us is a gorgeous Ukrainian family. And the youngest has been learning her English through an American online thing.
Yeah.
Which means that my daughter, who is best friends with her, says, we're going to have a unicorn party. And I'm just like,
Oh,
and then started dropping her teas.
it's a party.
Party.
Do you say water or water?
Well, Emily now says water.
Yeah.
And it should be water.
I can constantly correct my voice.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm getting a small American child with a slight Cornish twang.
And I was
going
telling,
on?
I think I was telling the guys last night. I don't remember who I was telling. I was probably telling Margaret. When I worked for a company in Germany, and we used to come over, they paid for us to learn German.
Okay.
But it was more like survival and technical German than, may I
Okay.
please have a glass of wine with my dinner German.
That's survival.
Well, I would have thought so. I knew how to go in and buy some Panadol in a pharmacy, and I knew how to get a technician in the Technicom in the
But hang
pilot
on.
plant
Don't you need
to
the
aerate.
Panadol after you've had the wine?
I knew how to communicate, how to
Yeah.
aerate ice cream and mousse in the factory, but couldn't survive ordering dinner. Anyway, I was there for a month, kind of like when you started. I went in for a month into
Yeah.
Germany and a week at the head office in Mold near Chester. And I hung out with my Egyptian counterpart, with Emad from Egypt. And so we would walk the streets at night, and I would got my German going really fluid. And it was about 2 weeks in, I plucked up the nerve to actually speak in German at one of the morning meetings, because they all speak English, and
Yeah.
so where they would be courteous and speak.
Yeah.
And I reeled it off, and I was sure it was perfect. And they just fell about laughing. They just didn't. I was like, no, wait.
Come
that
on,
was
I've tried really
perfect. That
hard
was
here,
absolutely
yeah.
perfect. Yes, it was, but you now speak it with an Egyptian accent. So my
Brilliant.
German was always Egyptian accent.
Perfect.
How's that
Why
great?
wouldn't it be?
Why?
Yeah.
I thought it was quite exotic, actually.
Hang on. Have we enjoyed this?
I don't know. I think we did.
This is the tan again, isn't it? Working
This
very,
is the
very
tan.
beautifully.
So this is the tan that you've got for the sashing
Yeah.
on the quilt, and I needed a partner.
What are we actually doing with these, Lisa?
Right, you ready?
Go on then.
Okay. So,
Are you ready?
are you ready? I'm going to pop those up here. So I just wanted to show your lovely people this morning a quick little trick.
Which one are you doing this with?
Do this one.
Are you sure?
That sounds like I'm not. Are you worried about this? Because Gemma's going to order more. You're
Yeah.
worried.
No, I'm just thinking that if you're going to do something fabulous, if you
Well,
just
I'm not
have
sure
a
it is yet. Do you want me to do this one?
blinking hope it is. No.
What?
If you do it in the classic, then it will
Wow,
sit
wow.
up there and look fabulous on there.
Come on. Okay.
Just
Oh,
you know.
Lisa, I need one to go with my origami table runner.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Yeah.
Tash, I've become a little bit of a reverse applique nut,
Okay.
if you like.
I've never done it, so okay.
And the traditional way that
Oh, I wondered where all my stuff had gone. Squirreled away.
the traditional way, which I learnt, is the full needle turn
Yeah.
as you go, and so you cut away the middle, and it's can be a little bit hair raising. And the hardest thing about reverse applique is you're appliquing your whole background piece onto fabric underneath.
Right.
So if you muck it up, you haven't just wrecked one little bit that you can unpick. It's the whole
The whole shebang.
shebang.
Uh-oh.
And for all you soirees out there, shush, because
We don't have soirees really in this country. I feel like
We should.
soirees kind of happened in the 70s.
we used an evening name. We came up with lots of different names, and that was just the one we all agreed on.
No, I like it. I would like to bring soirees back.
It's sort of got that whole 1920s
Yeah.
feel about it, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
I think, but we'd obviously need like Downton Abbey or something for our soiree.
Yeah. Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Freezer paper. I've got that here too somewhere.
Yeah.
Here's some we prepared earlier.
Would you like to go overhead now? I mean,
I
what are
think
we
we
doing?
should.
Go on then. Show me.
Before I start, putting my tongue on the side of my mouth.
No, apparently this is, you are getting 1/2 metre of freezer paper for free, says Gemma, which is really nice of her.
That was nice of her.
Yeah.
Does she do that often?
Yeah.
These ones say paper, scissors.
I know.
Can you, hang on, I'm just going to put that there. So, a little bit like, and we don't really even need a piece this big, but I'm going to cut it this big. A lot like English paper piecing,
Okay.
where you're relying on your paper to give you your shape.
Okay. Do we need to double up then?
What's double up mean?
Well, you see, I tend to, if I'm using it for English
Oh.
paper piecing, I put 2 layers together.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Okay.
We're good. So we're going to do 2.
Okay.
Right, first one.
2 what?
We're going to give 2 examples,
Okay.
really quick. We're going to need 9. Is that on? Is now.
Yep.
So Rob always knows when I've been designing with circles, because all the dinner plates or the glasses or whatever in the kitchen have all got Sharpie pen
Disappeared
around
or
them.
Sharpie pen?
Sharpie
Okay.
pen.
What side of the freezer paper are we working
We
on?
are drawing onto the rough side, which is the non-adhesive side, the
Okay,
shiny
non-shiny
side.
side. Right.
So I want a circle.
So pouring
That one.
alcohol is great for cleaning that off your plates, Rob, just so that you know. Because I do it with all of my creative grids, and then I have to,
Oh, of course. Now, may I give this to you?
yeah, what am I going to do?
And I'm just going to make a little nick here with paper scissors.
Okay. Rock,
What I'd
paper,
love you
scissors.
to do for me is cut the circle
Is that
out.
because you're left-handed?
Yeah, you're going to go the other way.
Yeah.
I want it cut out, but not, I want the whole outside intact.
So you just want me to cut out the inside?
Yeah, I want the whole, please. You didn't know you were volunteering, did you?
Never knowingly.
I am so glad I went through the 2.5 hours of no, it wasn't that long, it felt like that. 2 hours of tedious boredom getting my nails done. Because we talked about you. And you haven't got yours polished today, because I said to the girls, I really have to get my nails done again, because you didn't see them. And
So-
they all agree Natasha always has beautiful nails.
No, it's Gemma that always has the beautiful nails, because Gemma was a nail technician and used to be an educator. So my nails are always a thing of shame for Gemma, because as she tells me, Natasha, they are jewels, not tools. But I've got 6 horses, dogs, cats,
Yeah, well, I've got
children,
chickens, garden.
chickens, all the lot, all of that. So actually, mine are tools and not jewels. So Gemma's are jewels and
You know,
always
the
look
great
fabulous.
thing about getting the lacquer on them, though, being really gross now, if they are dirty underneath, you
You
can't
don't
actually see
say
them.
no. But that was the trouble. But you see, when I used to craft
Yeah.
and paper craft, all of the solvents in the glues that I used to take them off.
Yes, of course.
So I used to get so told off by my boss back in the days when I was presenting at Crate and Craft, where I started, and because my nails would always look a mess, and it used to cost me a fortune having to have them done every week rather
I
than.
can't sit in the chair.
No, I can't.
Sitting in the chair
No.
for 2 hours, not
No.
being able to sew,
No.
barely scrolling
Or
through
just
your
not being able to
phone.
do stuff.
I'm not
a
going
doer.
again. Yeah,
it's not
well.
happening for me.
I'm going to get Mum to go back and do her nails again, because at least then we can chat
Yeah.
at the same time.
And
All right.
what are you doing?
Okay, we're doing 2. So this is the circle one.
Okay.
That's great. This one, we're going to have a little bit of fun.
No,
I
you're not
have
allowed.
been, I have been folded diagonally, vertically, horizontally. So
Okay.
across,
Yeah.
up and down. And then
So if you were cutting a cake, how many pieces would you have?
I'd have 8
Okay, good. Just checking.
big fat pieces of
Yeah.
cake. Now I can do this at any size. Actually, I might come down a bit. Might do it a bit differently. Hang on.
Oh, John says, see you in the cafe in 20. John, we're still going to be here chatting, clearly.
Do you think he's actually outside and Gemma's locked him out?
Oh, yes, she has locked the door.
She has.
She has. He's going to take that really personally.
I'm going to measure 4 inches out from the centre. So
Yeah.
we're going to end up. So this is just a little idea for people to take on board and have a play with. My guys at home are used to me messing around like this, because I like, it's all, there are 2 extremes. When we're doing a lot of patterns and things, it's absolutely imperative. We buy the pattern, we get the template, we use the diagram. But every now and then you might get yourself a
Want a
bit
play?
stuck and you want to have a play, and it's just really nice to be able to make it up yourself. So I've gone out 4 inches on each of these spokes or creases, for want of a better word.
Okay.
And then we can go through and join them up.
Oh, nice. Jimmy says, Lisa, did you tell Tash she has to go through the old man kangaroo screening check?
No,
And if
I'll
they don't
tell her
like
about
someone,
it.
they kick them back out. Oh,
No,
no.
no, Jimmy, we're not doing the old man screening
No,
test.
I don't want
Absolutely
to know
not, and
what
you
a
don't even want
redback
to know.
is.
You
on
wanna
the
know what a
toilet
redback
seat.
is?
I don't want to know.
Oh, redbacks, yes you do. Redbacks are one of our famous spiders,
Yep, so I
and the
don't wanna know.
females have a redback.
Great.
I have redbacks now, but they're my shoes. Do you have blunnies here? Blundstone boots?
No.
Okay, that's an Aussie thing too then. So Blundstone boots are your classic cowboy work boot. You know, we all tradies wear, people on farms wear, and they're a really good pull-on boot, almost like a riding boot. And they've got the little.
Yeah, but my
clip
cowboy
at the
boots
back.
are like Ariats. So Ariats would be my
Yeah,
working.
they're ankle height, and you can get
Yeah.
them with safety
Yeah,
bits in the front.
yeah.
But I ended up with redbacks. There's
Okay.
a brand called Redback. I love my redbacks. Unlike my 4-hour shoes I'm wearing at the moment.
I know. Well, I mean that will be the thing, isn't it? So we have various shoes we discovered.
So 8
Car
eight
to bar,
spokes. Yeah, that's right. 8
taxi to table, 4-hour
taxi to table.
shoes.
Yes, an Italian cafe I introduced to
Oh
you
yeah, no, I
today,
didn't know about Italian cafe shoes.
Well, they're the ones you wear. Really, you've got to be so careful. They're the beautiful ones you buy usually in Italy
Yeah.
or Rome. And they have the decorative bit under the sole, so
Beautiful.
you have to go and sit in a cafe and have your foot up over your knee so people can see that. Or praying, I guess, in church, and kneeling down on the.
Yeah, but
Everyone will
who's
see
going to
your
be looking?
shoes.
Oh, when you got for
Yeah.
don't
Don't ask me, I don't know.
whatever it's called.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But done a lot of churches this week,
It's
so
been
I
a,
thought of
it's been a while since I've
8
been in
spokes.
church. Clearly,
8
yeah.
sides,
Beautiful.
octagon.
Nice.
Done. So you can make an octagon any size you want. There you go.
Okay, good job.
Your turn. Same, please.
Same.
And then
Sure, not with those scissors.
may
Those scissors.
I? So what am I ironing on? And now I'm out of my
This.
bed. Okay. Do you want me to move? Do you want to swap sides? Or not?
Yeah,
And then I'll just iron that on.
let's dance.
I don't like you standing too much. You're too tall.
No, I know,
But
that's
I'll
why I
allow
sat down.
this.
And everyone must think I was being really rude, sitting down and offering you a seat. But Lisa
Look,
did say...
I'm still short and I'm in. And you've got thongs on.
That's flip-flops for anybody in the UK.
Oh,
Thong-
thongs are. Oh, sorry. They're thongs in Australia. Okay. Now,
Thong is
don't-
slightly
if you-
different, and you wouldn't know if I was wearing them or not.
Correct. Because I didn't put your mic on you.
No,
No,
no, you did not.
no.
I mic'd myself and it's in my back pocket. Yeah. I love language barriers sometimes. They're so much fun.
All right. So what I'm going to do,
Mm-hmm.
dry iron. This thing scares me. What is this? It's like it's
What?
whole
Nothing.
it's whole community.
It's an iron. It's an industrial iron because I break them on the regular. So we just went for a really industrial steam iron. So it's got a big like.
So is it dry at the moment?
Yeah. It's only steam if you press the red thing.
Okay. May I?
What's the matter with you? You've used an iron.
Sorry, no, I'm now operating your switcher. Okay.
Okay, go on then.
So now what we're going to do, and this is a little bit
Make yourself at
curly.
home.
It's a little bit curly, there's an understatement. I'm going to
Like my
iron this
hair.
on. If you were being super precise, which I am not for Natasha's new... Oh, I'm not quite on the
What
screen.
you?
I'll come over that way a bit. There you go. This is going to be her cushion front.
Yeah.
I think they'll get the gist of it. I'm just going to sit like this. I'm going to iron this on, and this is the solid, so it wouldn't matter which side you're really on, I'm guessing. But this would be the wrong side.
Okay.
Right. So we're
Yeah.
going to pop this on.
Yeah.
It just feels. Oh, it's nice. When she's
Ah,
done.
there you
there
go.
Robbie, my birthday's 1st of September. Just reminding you. Okay. So
It's the 1st of what?
1st of September. When's yours?
15th of August.
Oh, next year party in between.
Yeah.
You're 2 days before Emma. Okay, there you go. All the best people around that time. So are you? You're not a Virgo. You're a Leo.
I'm a Leo. Can you not tell?
So are a
I'm
Leo.
so are a Leo. I so are a Leo. I so am a Leo. Yeah. I don't think anybody that knows me can be of any
I
doubt
can't
about
drive
that.
your iron. Hang on. Might just have to lift. Don't you love freezer paper?
Yeah.
Because you can.
It was one of those things that was a bit tricky to get hold of in the UK for quite some
Can
time.
you put your finger there, please? I promise I won't burn it.
Do you? Do you though?
Do you move it? Move it. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
So that's on.
Yeah. As a temporary tacky adhesive.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Are
Now
we
you need
dancing
to.
again?
You know you need to be a little bit careful at this stage because
I
it
don't know what
can
we're doing,
lift.
so-
It lift, and we need
Okay.
to do the cut a thing. Cut a thing. Oh, far out. My language is going. We need to cut again. So I'm just going to do this with your iron off. Please tell me this is the iron off. Pen.
I mean, it'll come off somehow.
It's not, is it?
It's fine.
But she's put it at me as a texter, so I figured it was. Okay, so Now what we're going to do is going to go back and cut again.
Okay. Fabric?
Yeah, but we need to leave a seam allowance.
Okay.
All right. Have I got you? Everything is in reverse with reverse applique, as the name goes.
Okay.
So, this is what I'd love.
I had to label these scissors as mine because we all had them, because we all loved them. And we had them.
They are beautiful.
No, it's okay. You're all right to use
No,
them.
I'm sending
Oh,
you
is that
that
what you
way.
need to do?
Yeah, because
Oh,
I'm
have
going
I
to do
got a
another
cut?
one.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
So which other one am I allowed to do?
Of what?
Well, I've got a second demo to do.
Oh, have
Where'd I
you?
put them? Over here. I think...
Well, I don't know what you're doing, so makes it harder for me.
I know.
So you
I
keep
know.
getting
You'll pay me back later. I know you will. Yeah, I'm gonna
Does it
come
matter
over
how wobbly this is?
here. No.
Okay, that's such a yes, but you're trying to be polite.
I am being polite. It's your studio. It's not mine.
Mess it up how you like.
It is
eh?
gorgeous. I wish everyone could see it.
Well, my studio.
Yeah, you should put pictures up, especially of that bit.
So Gemma calls it. She said that my interior design style, if it had to be described, was fabulous gay man.
Oh, okay. I can
That's
see where
what
that's
she
going.
describes that. I'd say decadent.
I would
It's
say
basically
decadent.
black and gold with some well, I mean, it's got a lot of your black and gold, and that's your
But
fault.
there's old dresses and there's Kafin insert panels and
Yeah,
there's stuff going
Philip
on.
Jacobs inserts, and then there's the gold octopus that my daughter hates
Yes.
and says talks to her. Do you
Hey,
remember when she was
do you-
2?
I'm
She said
nicking
to me,
that lamp. Hey, would you like your octagon on straight, madam, or would you like it on point?
"Oh, whatever you like, I don't mind."
Okay, let's go
Yeah,
on
so
point.
Emily looks at the gold octopus with the black candles in, and says, "Mummy, I don't like it."
I know, she thinks
Fair
it's
enough.
possessed, doesn't she?
She said, "It talks to me."
Yeah,
She
that was
2.
really freaky when she did that.
Yeah, it talked. I was like, "Okay, Emily, yeah, what does it say?" She said, "Comment ça va?" I'm like, "Great." So you're 2,
Freaky.
and you speak better French than I do. That's not weird at all.
Is that school she was?
Yeah, she's not
Yeah.
there anymore. It's fine. She's regressed. We had to, no word of a lie, we have had to, as a village, fund our own teacher because the local
What?
trust thinks that one teacher for nursery through to 11 is okay.
I'm sure the teacher doesn't agree.
Well, no. So we lost all of our teachers because none of them wanted to do it. And we now have a new teacher who apparently I coined as the magical unicorn teacher because I didn't think they'd find one, and they have. And of course now everyone now calls her the magical unicorn teacher. Not embarrassing at all. I really need to learn to shut up, apparently.
Well, you're an influencer, what can we say?
I'm a big mouth. I think that's what we call it.
All right, so now what I'm going to do while you're doing that is I'm going to come through and clip into the seam, into that seam allowance. If you're going to use this technique to do something finer, then please, you'd probably have a slightly shorter seam allowance.
I didn't know. Like I went for it.
You did go for it.
Do you need it finer? Do you want me to come in and
No,
trim?
that's all right.
It's getting a little bit
Have
finer.
you got another pair of? There's a little. I thought we had another little pair. If you want to start that one, all I need on that one, Tash, is into the
Yeah.
corners, and just stop a couple
Got
of
it.
threads before the edge because when we do fold this
I'm
back,
really scared I'm going to cut into that fabric. I'm just going to move that out of the way.
which fabric?
My beautiful gold fabric.
It's only a bit
yeah.
of fabric. It's not.
Yeah, but it
Yeah,
doesn't
but-
need to have,
Okay.
Well,
I'm worried I'm going to kill the ironing board. So.
you can do it tomorrow, Nicole.
Well, this is fun. We should do this more often.
We should when you're coming back.
So, well, there's a conversation we need to have. We're not now. Rob's watching.
Are you not bringing Rob next time?
Well, yeah, but
We can book the tickets
because
while
we're
we chat
going
about it.
to because we're doing the Madrid show. So we're scheming, aren't we, that we could nick in here.
Yeah.
Do you want me to? Let's swap, because then we can keep going. Maybe they won't all fall asleep.
It's like,
All right. So now that we've got, here's one I prepared earlier. In America, they call this a swap in.
oh, okay. We're swapping in.
So you
Excellent.
can see what I can do now. We can just use this cut out octagon, and you could do a hexagon. There's no reason that you can't. A lot of your team will have hexagon templates they can use, won't they?
Well, they will if they've got creative grids, because we do. Oh no, we've got a hexagon. Yeah, a hexagon creative grid, that would do the job.
So I'm going to, because these are
I
straight.
think these are the scissors my kids got hold of. They're not as sharp as they used
They're
to
not
be.
great, are they?
No, what do you say?
Well, you know, just being polite.
I know, but you see, okay, so my daughter, I found some art that my daughter done the other day, which was a pair of scissors with a big black cross through it. Because whilst I was up here working, my daughter was with a pair of scissors and her friend at school restyling her hair. Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's not talk about that. So I've given that a press.
Nice.
I'm not going to do that with yours because it's on the curve. We'll do that a little differently. But that's all nicely pressed.
Beautiful.
Really give it a good one.
Okay.
If you think it needs it, you can just give it a
A little coaxing with. Do you know what? These were really hard to come by as well.
little.
No,
Oh, these are
just
Aussie oi oi oi.
but the Soline ones have been so hard to come by. They've been
Oh,
out of
really?
stock for ages. Now they're back in stock, and
Oh,
we have.
good.
Yeah. So you're all right.
That does actually, that does happen. We were out for ages at home, and so
really
the
annoying.
last time I bought them, I bought a lot.
Am I doing the same here?
Yes, you are.
Go on then.
So with yours as well, yeah, that's exactly right. Put the glue onto the paper. If you try and start doing these, you sort of distort them and mess with them a bit. Now, are we ready for the magic window stuff? Okay.
I like a magic window stuff.
So look, you can do these any size you want, and you can imagine when you get into this as well, what you can do is have a main one in the middle. I've gone a bit offside here, sorry, Tash, but you can have a main one in the middle, and you can do smaller ones out on corners, whatever you want to do.
I don't know. Can't get the staff around here, Nathan. Just
What's
shocking.
that? Good stuff. All right, so let's have a look. So then we can go through and we can audition.
Yeah, you've got to audition them.
So
That's the thing,
you
right?
can get.
It's not just me
That's not-
that auditions fabrics.
So you can do this. Look, you can have a little bit of a play.
No, oh, nice. It's like
So-
Through the Window. Did you have Play School growing up as a TV show?
Yes.
Did you? And what window is it going to be today?
Well, today I don't know that they had an octagonal window.
Well,
did they? They
I
had
mean-
a round window, an arch window.
They missed out, then, didn't they?
They did. So this technique, you could go bigger. I probably should have gone bigger with this one. I'll have to redo it because Natasha wants her,
Yeah.
her matching cushions and things. But that would look, so the
So
black
demanding.
looks really good under there. All right, so let's take the black out. It's just being devil's advocate while she finishes. That one, and then let's have a look at this one. So, and that's why the girls are cutting these so that you get the full, it won't matter what size octagon or circle that you want to work with. You'll have 3 full bouquets
Amazing.
that you can do that with. So
Gorgeous.
instead of traditional reverse applique, drawing the shape onto the front and then cutting it away and needle turning it down and trying to keep it all straight,
Life's too short.
or on a cord, you can actually pre-shape it with freezer paper. So then what Natasha will do now,
Hey,
later,
I'm still gluing over here. Hang on, have I got to make this myself? You not made this for me?
I can take and sit and do it at the show if you like.
Great, yeah.
All right,
I'll pick it up Saturday.
great.
Lovely. It's a
So
date.
what you can do now is to secure this down is going to be up to you. You could do it with, if you wanted to add a little bit of a feature, you could do it with a blanket stitch on your machine with a clear thread or something, and your spokes are actually going to go out that way, remember, because you're in reverse.
Hang on, when do you take your freezer paper off?
After you've done the next step. You
Well,
want
after you've
that-
sewn it down?
Mm.
Controversial.
You all right with that?
No, it's
A bit
fine.
radical?
No, it's fine. Rad.
Because
yeah.
you want this stability in the shape and everything still.
Okay.
So it's really nice to do it, and when you tear away, it will perforate at the back.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's quite satisfying then. Yeah, no, I'll let
Rip
you
it
do
off
that.
like a band-aid.
Yeah, no,
right?
no, that's fine.
Or if you want to do it by hand, now you'll come through and slip stitch. So what I would do to do that, come
No.
to the back.
What?
You're such a slip stitcher now though. Come to the back,
No, I can slip
pop
stitch.
your glue on,
Choose
but
to not.
please do me the favour, don't put it right up close to the edge,
Okay.
because then when you're coming through with your slip stitch, your needle will be going through the glue,
Yeah.
and you don't want that.
No.
There's nothing worse than a sticky needle. Do you think John's ordered our breakfast yet?
No.
So funny. Okay, so then,
I think he's probably ordered like 3 for himself, because that's what normally happens. He gets overexcited in there because he looks at everything and goes, I need everything. And then he has to take it home in a doggy bag because he can't manage to eat it all.
So if you wanted to do that, you could be a little bit more Japanese and do it off center
Yeah, no, I like that.
like that.
Yeah, that's my favourite.
And then mess with it with your leftovers. Mess around with the leftovers.
Mess.
Take bits that are left over and applique over the top.
Oh, yes.
So you've got the whole under-over thing going on.
Beautiful.
All right?
Yeah.
So that's that one. Let's have a look at yours.
I love it already.
It doesn't go in my new house. This
I
one.
know, but it goes on my dresser, so
It doesn't.
you know.
This does, but
Okay, well you can have that one. Is that why you wanted to do this one? Is it?
All right. So you could sit that in there, and then you would come down and cut your cushion down. You could also then go back and do quarter circles with the same technique on the corners, so that you've got the whole.
Oh, that's a bit stunning.
I'm kind of liking the idea though. We were just talking about off center. If you kind of had that down toward over here, and then you know how we appreciate with the sandpaper and
Yep.
stuff now, do a couple over the top over here.
Yep.
So,
Nice.
but that, if you want to do reverse applique, I learnt to do it, needle turn, and try and keep that curve
Yeah,
straight
no.
is really, really hard.
No, life is too short.
So that's what you do with that.
Gorgeous.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Happy with that?
Yeah, I'm happy
Right.
with that.
Okay. Phew. What a relief.
You got away with it.
Absolutely got away with it. Sorry, if I'm slip stitching this one, are you slip stitching? No. Okay, I'm taking this one. I'll do that one. You have to choose your Waratah though. You've got 3 to choose from.
Oh, hang on.
You've got one with paper daisies.
I do like the paper daisies. I like them all though, that's the thing. I'd like it offset with maybe this. Oh, I don't know.
Go back for
How do you
me.
choose?
No, you're right. That one will be good.
Yeah.
It just depends on where you decide you want. Now, to put it, now you can also do an oval. If you've got an oval platter or something, an oval will work with this technique as well because it's all an inside curve.
Oh,
So you could have a really nice oval as well. So a little peekaboo.
it's all working.
And that cushion, okay, not that, it's all about us now. So everyone else is watching can just have a break for a minute. 'Cause it's all about, and then I'd come through and border it
Yeah.
and that.
Or you could border it in the,
You need black plum leaves.
yeah,
You'd say that.
you know, now that it's in my life. I don't think that's going to be in my life long. I think that everyone's going to
Can
buy
you
it.
see that? What's that quilt called? Where it's like a shadow box. It's a shadow box quilt where you have
Oh, yeah, where it looks like windows.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's your main square,
Yeah.
and then do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm.
Yeah. Do you want to just write that up as a pattern for us? That'd be
Sure.
great. Yeah, thanks.
I'm
You're on it.
all over it.
You are
Laptop's
all over
with
it.
me. I can write it at breakfast.
Perfect. There we go. Thanks. Everyone heard you volunteered to do that.
Oh, now that was the other thing we were just going to talk about, because it was, would that work?
Well, the
With
Melda
the new-
Kaleidoscope.
And this has been bugging me subconsciously in this part of my brain for
Okay.
the last hour. So
Only
it
for the
will-
last hour.
Yeah, it will work. It will work.
Show everybody.
It will. But you're going to get quite a different effect. What you're going to get is almost like a spray of flowers.
Oh.
So if you can imagine, imagine this, if you will. That's the fabric that we use. So it's stylized.
Hang on, you're
So-
just taking that off screenshot.
Oh,
There
I
you
did
go.
take it off
Yeah.
in there. So this is stylized. So you've got all these little guys that are just shooting out.
Mhm.
It's a bit shiny.
Pow,
can I?
pow.
You're right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay. So if you used this
You
instead
can take
of
it out. You can take it out. Yeah.
instead of, it's very satisfying, isn't it?
Oh,
doing
no.
that?
Yeah.
So instead of these, if you chose this section, or one that like that's got a little bit of a curve on it,
Yeah.
as you go round, they're all going to spiral.
Beautiful.
So, because we were talking about perfect for stack and wax. Now, this one is not a stack and wax. This is a placement. So you actually have to purposely place
Okay.
the template over a particular bit
Okay.
of the design. It's not just a line it
Yeah.
all up and cut. But you, yeah.
Mm.
I'm
You can do that while you're on the stand as well.
feeling- Well, know because it takes 5 metres, and you and I, this is a bit precious this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
So maybe not, but for future reference, yes.
Beautiful.
Can I just do this?
Oh, brilliant. So Sue thinks that she's been learning Cornish, but Fiona seems to think that she's swearing at her. So there seems to be some confusion over exactly what Sue has been learning in her Cornish lessons. Jane says, morning ladies. Lisa, welcome to the UK. The fabric's absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Her poor bank card. Wow. I mean, that will recover. These are not here forever. Debbie says, yes, I'm going to enjoy the replay too. She had to go for an x-ray, but she's back now.
There you go.
Oh, and Melissa said that pearls and tiaras are needed for soirees. That's okay. My daughter can make those for me.
Correct.
And Sylv needs to pee, but can't miss a thing.
Is that
much
Sylvia?
coffee. My Sylv.
Oh, Sylv.
Yeah,
Is she taking her
rivals it.
iPad with her to the ladies' room?
I don't know, maybe. Yeah.
Look, we can do this one too. Look at him in there. He's quite happy.
Oh, yeah.
Surprise!
John Carl Morgan and the dog are here. Robert says, don't waste the alcohol. He was talking about me cleaning the thing. No, it's a proper cleaning alcohol. Don't worry, Rob, don't worry. It's fine.
Well, I'm really happy. I have done what I wanted to do. I have succeeded in completely trashing your studio set.
Thanks.
That was my plan.
John has come in. Hi, John. And he's just let this little one in.
Rainbows are gorgeous.
So, yeah.
Gorgeous. All right. Well, this was fun. Are we doing this again?
Yes.
Not tomorrow, but soon.
Well, probably in like the next 10 minutes because we've got to do a little pre-record.
that's true.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah. Well, John goes and gets us breakfast with the dog. You go to the cafe. I'll send you with an order. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, good.
Well, this has been lovely.
Thank you. Mwah. Thank you so much.
And you're going to come and visit us
Coming
at
in
the
for a
show.
kiss as well.
You are,
Careful.
aren't you?
Yeah. Saturday I'm going to be
All
there.
right. A70. You will find me. So come and see me.
Through the crowds.
Through
There'll be
the-
crowds now there. Get off.
We hope so. Yes. Well, yeah, we hope so. We hope to see everyone there. I just can't wait to meet a whole heap of people that I've been speaking to for
They'll be there.
ages.
But if you've got your order in here, then you know that you've got it.
Yes, please. Yes, that's it. And that's why I'm hanging around doing the little filmy bit and having brekkie with John, just to give you that little buffer time before I squirrel it away.
Did they open the door for you, John? Gemma was
No,
going
I
to...
was in the rain. I had to see the picture of me in the rain being locked out.
You're
Rude.
too distracting.
All
Way
right.
too distracting.
And then you'll have Margaret soon.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Guys, that is all we have time for today, but fear not. We will make the most of Lisa. Don't worry. I'm going to pop the dog down. And yes, thank you ever so much.
Pleasure. Absolute
Lovely
pleasure.
to actually
Long
see
time
you.
coming.
Yeah, right.
Ages coming.
And so, yeah, I'm going to do a couple of little extra bits with Lisa now before we let her out. And we will see you as normal on Monday. Anyone that I see at festival on Saturday, hello. If I don't see you, sorry. John, when are you at festival? It's John Conmore, by the way.
And I will be here the whole time.
He's there the whole time.
Every minute of every opening hour.
Yeah.
Directing everybody to Lisa.
Yes. He said, are you going to have like one of those boards? Just like points with
It's
an
like
arrow.
the fun corner, isn't it? Because it's us. Yeah, it's the fun corner. It's going to be a
Okay.
good corner down there.
It's like the kitchen at parties.
Yes.
There you go.
Absolutely.
That's what it is. Guys, take care. Thank you ever so much for watching. And we will see you on Monday. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Bye.